All right. Welcome to the internet. And welcome to tonight's episode of Roll of Passage. We're a group of friends who play Dungeons & Dragons together to learn more about ourselves and tell stories and have fun and swear a lot on Monday nights. This session will likely contain strong... I can't speak tonight. Wow! We're going to swear. Tell your kids earmuffs. All right, so let's jump in and recap where you guys are at. You've been in the jungles of Azari Ailish for a few days now in a place called the High Ura Basin, heading towards a ruined city known as Iowael, or the Sleeping City. You were sent here by your sort of benefactor, the mother who runs a town called Wanderlust, to collect something from the center of the city. She was unforthcoming about what she wanted collected, but did mention that this was a place that fell to ruin a little over 200 years ago. And ever since that point in time, it's sort of been a haunted place. Nobody really comes here. The road that you've been taking here has been mostly overgrown. You've had to cut your way through at different times. You've seen tracks of giant beasts that you've yet to see. You were chased and accosted by monkeys. There have been insects that have given you sicknesses that thankfully the salvation has
Thank God for that.
gotten rid of.
Praise the salvation.
And the night before this, you guys were accosted by two creatures made of shadow who drove you out into the jungle where a larger cat-like creature with tentacles on its back was waiting. You were able to successfully defeat that with only a minor explosion dropping 3 of your party members before running into the dark, finding another place to sleep for the night, and then headed out the next day. You traveled for about 6 or so hours. Exto's looking at his map and seeing that there is a canyon ahead called the Crying Canyon that on the map seems to have a bridge going across it. You were talking about how far you were away, and then a figure stepped out onto the road ahead of you, a lizard man with a purple sash across his chest, who said, if you go, you will miss out on all the deals. And so this is where we're going to pick up on tonight's session. The moment after that was said, you guys all standing on the road, and this figure standing about maybe 6.5 feet tall, sort of dark green mottled lizard skin, long sort of elongated snout with sharp teeth, yellow eyes, gesturing to an overladen cart on the road behind him. So, Mother's Fury, what would you like to do?
Oh, well, hello. Were you here the whole time? Sneak up on us?
No, this is my cart. I travel these roads and sell to unsuspecting travelers such as yourselves.
Was there a theft you sell?
Unsuspecting.
Sorry.
Sorry.
That's still in character.
Not either.
Well, Miss, out here, everyone is unsuspecting. Not too many people come to the basin any longer except for explorers and treasure seekers, such as, I assume, yourselves. Why else would such well-equipped travelers be here, heading to the Sleeping City, I presume?
I'm going to lean over to Elt and just explain the whole situation. Some creepy guy just popped out of the woods and is trying to sell us shit. It's a bit sketchy, but I've seen worse. I'm just whispering that, leaning in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I just describing the situation, describe what he looks like, and can I roll for an insight check and pull out my moral compass?
Sure.
Oh, that's so handy.
Oh, yeah.
That like
24.
$5 thing.
24 insight. So, I mean, seems like he is what he says he is. He's someone trying to sell stuff from an overladen cart full of junk and other maybe nice-looking things. The moral compass, the good, again, points to Inan, and the evil points to your friend, Eltamiel.
You know what? I take that back. I think this guy's pretty good shit, and maybe you have some stuff to deal with. And I'm gonna like walk away and go up to the cart.
I'm just gonna march forward to take a look at the cart, but as I do, I want to ask, can you tell me a little bit more about this place, the Basin, the Sleeping City? What do you know about it?
Oh, please, miss. First, your name.
And I just, Inon. I give a little flourish.
He bows back. A pleasure to meet you. My name is Vix.
Vix. Very nice to meet you.
Yes. Would you like to buy something?
Oh, yes, I will take a look. Absolutely. But, are you familiar with these here parts?
Born and raised, yes. The Ayura Basin is beautiful. There's 2 rivers. One you are nearby, the Ayat River, also known as the River of Tears. It mostly falls into a marshy lowland closer to the ocean, but up here in the highlands, it's vast and deep inside the Crying Canyon. The city itself, Ioel, that is where I find my things. A dangerous and dark place, but safe enough if you know what to look for.
And what do you look for? How does one know what to look for?
Bring lots of light. Beware the shadows.
Not ominous at all. Thank you.
I think we met the shadows already.
Do you have anything for the shadows?
The shadows themselves. Just carry many lights. Beware the whispers. Make lots of noise. They tend to stay away. The deeper you go into the city, however, larger, darker things. We do not go that deep.
Into the city? Why are they worse?
The center of the city is where the calamity apparently happened. We don't go that far. We just stick to the outskirts. Look at the houses during the day only. We do not go in at night. And even still, we bring torches. We create light. We do not go into the darkness. The creatures that live there, they are like the stars at the night themselves. Dark with pinpricks of light on their skin. If you ever see them, you run.
Do you know what? Are they just protecting their home? Like, are
No,
they after
hunt,
something?
they eat. I do not know why they are there. It happened hundreds of years ago. I am but 27. My clan, this is what we do. We scour the city and then we head out into the rest of Izari to sell our wares, what we find. It's not very often we get travelers upon this road. Pleasure to meet you.
Sir, do you know how to cross the bridge?
You crossed the bridge?
Peter's actually laughing out loud.
Yeah.
No.
Have you ever seen the bridge before, miss?
No. I have not.
It's like a road that goes over a hole. You just walk across this, you're
No,
fine.
it's not like it's not like destroyed or anything. I mean, half the things out here, the
Yeah,
structural
there-
integrity.
There are a few holes, but you just cross the bridge.
If you say so.
My cart made it across. It is much bigger than you are.
Okay, well that's good.
I think that's a compliment.
Mr. Vex? Vix?
Vix.
Vix. So sorry. Do you have anything that might help us if we were hypothetically planning on going into the deepest, darkest parts of the city?
Well, probably not share our mission with someone we just.
I said hypothetically. I didn't.
We're on
Did
a
you- did you not-
we're on a mission to we're the Children's Foundation, the Children's Wish Foundation, and there's kids in need, and so
Like me.
like her.
You bring such a small child into this place.
Well, actually,
I'm very wise for my
rescuing her
years.
from this. We rescued it from another.
I
part.
cannot judge. Shush! And as he does that, a little like small lizard head pops out from like amongst the pile of the cart. Yes, father. See, I do have children. It is fine. It is safe. You stay. You go in the day. Everything is fine. You want to buy? I have many things. I have rings. I have bows. I have swords. I have ropes. I have books. I have many things.
What can you tell us about the calamity?
It was 200 some years ago, and everybody in the city got sick and died.
Do you know how it happened or why it happened?
No idea, not my business. Well, I mean, it is my business, but it's not my business.
Well, I kind of got a little messed up in battle yesterday. Anything that makes me a little more durable, or maybe a little more kick-ass in battle?
Ooh, I would take a kick-ass thing as well.
Kick ass in battle.
And I'm trying to be, conscious of my budget. I've actually got about 1,100 gold, and that's it.
Yes, we can definitely help you.
Ixnay on the old
Something
age.
that makes you more durable. Something that makes you. Tell me first your name.
Say on that.
What is your name?
Actually, my name is Exosmere, and you can call me X. Can I call you Vix? X and Vix? Vix and X?
We are meant for one another, my rich friend.
Well, hopefully
How do you do the combat? I see you have a sword, but you also have a. He plucks one of the strings on your instrument. A thing?
Oh, well, careful. I don't want you to, get hurt because you're not tuned to it.
Is it weapon? My
Well, it
apologies.
does a couple fancy things, but preferably I like to encourage my friends while they're in the battle and maybe make things a little bit easier. But I'm kind of struggling because everything hits me and everything hurts. So here we are.
Everything hits you and everything hurts. Perhaps I have. 1 second. Shesh! Get your brother! And he says something in a language. Do any of you speak Goblin?
I think I do actually.
No. Can I just be looking around in
Well-
the carts to see if anything is of quality?
Make an investigation check. No, you don't? Okay. So he says something in a language that none of you understand, and 2 more heads poke out from the cart. There was the original one that popped out a small little green head, a small little blue lizard head pops out, and then a larger, sort of like brown and mottled color head, and they start posing around, and one of them pulls out this bit of leather armor with metal studs attached to it. This is very fine leather armor, my friend. I feel better than the trash you are currently wearing.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Universal Speech without him knowing.
I think it just happens. I don't think
It
it's
says
just.
it's an action.
But I don't.
1
It's not
hour.
a spell. It's
Oh,
just
okay,
it's
okay.
part of your
Okay.
subclass.
Okay, so I just turn it on for an hour. That's kind of the
Yeah.
idea. Okay.
And all that it just makes him understand you. I don't think you understand them, do you?
Turn it right back on.
Yeah. Okay.
Just kidding.
For those 2 seconds, Elusis fell in love with you and understood everything you were saying.
Is there anything more special? Anything a little
Oh.
epic than this?
My friend, this is also very special. And he looks up at the one that's sort of larger and mottled brown. And he says, "Okay, put it on." And the kid sort of does up some straps, and he's like, "Ah, ah." And he makes a motion, and it literally changes into a different looking outfit. It's a long wizard's looking robe right now. It's it can be anything you want it to look like, but also very strong.
How?
I got a 19 on insight check, so if that's not quality.
Investigation.
Investigation, sorry.
This is definitely quality. You've actually
Okay.
seen this a lot in the capital. This is glamored studded leather. So
Okay.
glamored armor is literally so people can wear armor, but it just looks like they're wearing regular clothes. And so a lot of the up and ups in the higher houses will wear armor to events, but it'll be glamored as such that they can look like they're wearing a ball gown or something like that,
That's
because
cool.
you can't trust the people around you.
What's the AC on that?
So it's
Increase.
studded leather and it's +1. So the AC is 12, so it's technically 13, and it adds your dexterity modifier to it as well. So I think you're currently wearing just regular leather. Yeah. So it's your AC would go up to
Should I get
16.
that?
So this is light armor or medium?
This is light armor.
Light armor.
Yeah. It is the best light armor that is non super magical,
Yeah, I think so.
because it's just +1. Armor goes up to +3.
I'll fight you for it.
Sorcerers use light
You can
armor?
wear no
Just
armor.
No armor. Yeah.
You can take a feat to wear armor, but otherwise,
okay.
mage armor is all you get.
I'll just wait for.
Yeah.
Well, it is pretty class, but do you have two of them? Cause
Unfortunately not. This is very, very popular in Roye, where we sell most of our goods. So we only found one this time around. We were saving it for a special buyer, but you are here. Vix can just say he did not find.
X is just gonna turn to.
Nothing.
How much is it? Wait, before you fall in love with it, ask the nice man.
oh well, I don't think that I could afford something of this glory. So
Oh, sir, you told me how much gold you have.
No,
we
well-
can make a deal.
I think it's probably best for Alora. There might be some sort of like future. I have to kill my family mission. So
Oh, do you too get your ass kicked?
No, not in the same way. Generally speaking.
Oh, my friend, then it must be for you.
How much is it?
For you, for me to tell the tale to the merchant who wanted to buy it, I could part for 400 gold.
I think I might buy it.
I think I might sell it.
That's a fucking steal.
All right.
Don't tell.
You
the
would know that
shopowner.
this is a crazy steal. To buy a set of glamored armor
Yeah.
in the capital, this would be like 2,600 gold.
Oh my god.
Can you
have a
stop?
+5 to dexterity?
Oh yeah, the do
Fucking,
He's a rogue.
fucking immortal over here.
Yeah, you're tank, our other tank.
All right. I'll take it. 400.
Well, when you get your
Deal.
eyesight back, you'll be
Perfect.
back in the game.
All right, so
Thank
you
you.
can add glamored studded leather to your inventory.
From a random lizard merchant.
What else you got?
Well, I have this shirt. It's kind of like the armor, but does not make you strong. Also, outfit change. That is very nice. I have other things. I have rings. I have horns. I have ropes.
What? Tell me more about horns.
I have these. I have sold some of these before. Okay. Horn kamichara.
Oh, that.
He like throws down a horn and catches it. And he says, "You quiet one,
I just
Hey,
kind of
you-
tap him on the shoulder. Like,
quiet one.
I'll look towards. Yeah.
Your name."
Eltamil.
Eltamir, listen to this. And
And
he grabs the horn and he goes, and none of you hear anything, but in your head you hear. It's a horn of silent alarm. Something goes wrong, you blow, and only those who you want to hear do hear.
You guys didn't hear that.
What's the rate?
no.
No.
Did it make a sound? I didn't hear anything.
Hey, what? What sound?
You say a nun.
It's like
Yes.
like a alarm horn.
Again.
oh, blow my horn.
So, you do not have the gold for that.
It's so expensive these days.
Could you tell me a bit more about those rings? Nope. As I spit everywhere. Excuse me.
How much was the horn? Just for
The what? Sorry, Peter.
the horn.
Make me a deal.
I don't know how much you want to sell it for.
I will sell it for a price you offer me, and perhaps a little bit more.
I have 1 gold.
Make a deception check. The DC is going to be 24.
Do it.
And nat 20 does insight.
17. So it's not enough.
Sir, we just met. You do not even tell me your name, and then you tell me lies? No buy for you. Anyone else want to buy the horn?
I'll buy the horn.
What would you like to offer me for?
I feel like I'd like you to go first.
That is not how this works.
Why not?
Because I am having fun.
Oh,
Well, I'm a child. You should be nice to me.
Make a deception check.
Ooh, not good.
To be clear, I didn't say I had 1 gold. I was offering 1
9.
You
gold.
said I have one.
I was like as offering 1 gold.
9.
He also got 9, which means, miss, I have seen halflings before.
Okay, well, make me a deal.
I have asked you to make me a deal first.
Well, I don't know what the going rate for this magical horn thing is.
You're the specialist.
So, you have no basis. You could be. I will not be insulted. Make me an
I
offer.
don't want. Well, you can. He insulted
Do none
you.
of you want to buy anything? You're also embarrassed about your money, except for your friend
How
here, and
about-
he's already buying things.
How about
I'll buy
50
something.
gold pieces?
How about 60?
55.
Deal.
I'm perfect.
I'd like to have a look at. Well, I'd like you to tell me about your rings.
That is a horn of silent alarm.
Okay,
the way.
thanks.
That's so cool.
So valuable.
I'm gonna have that like around my side. Just like, over
Again.
there.
Buying one of these back home, hundreds of gold. This man clearly has no concept of what things are supposed to cost.
Got it.
Really?
great.
Wow. I feel sad for him.
Yeah, if you,
We'll tip him well.
with your single goal.
yeah.
A ring, you say? We have two right now. This one, I do not know what it does. And he pulls out a ring, and it's. Is someone going to describe this to him? Because
I'll say, I can't see. Can I touch it?
please. You touch it. It's like very smooth on the bottom, and the top of it, like the longer you spend feeling, it's like feels like it's got a face or something on it. This one I do not know what it does. It is definitely arcane of some kind, but we were unable to determine. My wife, she normally does these things, but she had to leave early into her trip. So some of our things we do not know what they do, and we're just, hoping
Could
for
I
the best.
Try an Arcana check.
You can try an Arcana check, but without the identify spell. Like, Arcana check will let you know if it's magical,
Oh, okay.
but it
so
won't
there's
tell you
not
what
really
it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
never
If
mind.
you would trust me for a second.
I
know
trust you
rope-
with everything but your money, you liar.
I might be able to identify that ring for you, thus making the ring more valuable not just for us, but for you to understand what it might be.
I have many things that could be beneficial of you.
To identify?
Yes, you do this for me, and perhaps we make a deal.
You helped a man out, Peter.
Let me just help you for now, in exchange for lying. And I will, over the next 10 minutes, if you have so long, ritual cast identify.
I have all the time in the world, my friend. And he calls up to another Thurza. And they say something in a language none of you understand, and a small pile of things comes down, and they sort of like unceremoniously dump it onto the ground.
I take a stick and mug and draw in the circle, and I sit and I start meditating until you hear kind of all the metal of the armor and the ring start shimmering, and I'm on casting identify.
Okay, so we'll keep going while you're doing that, because it's going to take 10 minutes. This other ring, I know exactly what it does. It moves things.
What, like you look at it and you move it?
I could show you, but it will wear out part of its usefulness for the day. If that is okay.
Can you move me? Because I can't see if you're moving anything else.
Let me see what its weight limitation is.
Can lift you, but can't lift your mom.
My coffee kicked in.
Okay. Yes. He slips the ring on. He says, hey, I have never done this with a person before. And he goes, and you like lift. You feel yourself lifting off the ground, but you only make it like maybe a centimeter off the ground. He's just like, I am not very good at this. You like drop that back down to the ground. I think perhaps you are better with your brain. Maybe.
Perhaps one of you would like it. I mean, I can't. I imagine you have to be able to see what you're trying to move.
Well,
Maybe
you can
not.
use your
You
heart.
didn't say you have to.
Vix, close your eyes and try to make me move.
No, I can't. I can't. No, I think you have to be able to see.
Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to pass on that.
You mean,
You're gonna be deep in ritual.
yeah,
Yeah.
out of the conversation. That's fair.
Do you have any like cool shooty things, like shoot some cool spells, keep me at range, or maybe a cool like bow that like does some damage.
Do you have anything kind of for spellcaster sort of thing?
Yes, I have. There. Trascura. And he grabs a staff that's like this long sort of like, it looks like it was made out of like dead wood or driftwood. It's like gnarled and twisted. It has holes in it through some places, but as it comes to the top, it curves over into the head of a snake. Hey, this, I don't want to do it now because it's quite fucking terrifying, but it makes snakes.
Oh, okay. How much? I want it immediately. Yes, immediately.
300 gold.
250, and it's a deal.
I don't think it's worth that much. I've seen those before, and they're worth about 100 gold, maybe 120.
Make a deception check. At advantage.
Poor
Vix,
motherfucker.
you do this to me? I thought we were friends.
I've never seen a snake stick before.
Okay, fair. I forgive you.
Sorry. 15.
What? Did you net 20?
You got 20.
Again.
No way!
That's incredible.
Not for Dave.
That's the truth.
Miss. I gave you a very nice deal on your new armor. You're trying to take this away from me.
Sorry.
You seem to think that I do not understand what the value of a gold is.
I'm sorry, did you say snake stick?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant fake stick. I'm sorry, that's not... I'm sorry.
My accent is very strong. I understand.
I'm sorry. No, it's worth it. I'm sorry.
You said 250.
Well, yeah. I'll do 250.
Wonderful.
Done. I just like take it, and I am so thrilled.
So it is a staff of the python.
That was very like Moses vibes.
Yeah, I'm into that shit.
Oh, just everyone wants to take all the items from Exos, me and nothing for Exos.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want the snake?
Oh, not
Snick?
anymore. Here's that you've got quite the fancy for it, so
You say you want something for the shooting.
well, like maybe like something that like does shooting and also protects my body, because everyone keeps taking all my items.
Well, you offered the woman the thing you said you don't need because you get your butt kicked, but then you not get the butt kicked, and so I do not understand. You're
Well,
kind
my mom
of...
always says to put others first, and now that I did, I really wish I could just have some cool, awesome items.
no offense to your mother, but she seems kind of silly. You put yourself first, otherwise you die.
Thank you.
If you had the good armor, then maybe you not get your butt kicked.
Sir, I'm gonna ask you to never put my mom's name in your fucking mouth. Okay?
Wow.
I'm ready to buy something from you, but keep my mom's name out your fucking mouth.
I've never heard him say that.
Make an
before.
intimidation check.
I'm intimidated.
I'm sorry. He's just really sensitive about his mother.
You've never been angry before.
23.
My deepest apologies, sir. I did not mean any ill will against your mother. I simply think that you wished for the things, and then you gave the thing. My humblest and greatest apologies.
Oh, it's okay. I think this. I just channeled my inner Fresh Prince vibes, and I'm feeling fine now. So yeah. It's
You are
fine.
Prince.
Something like that, but water under the bridge. So yeah, let's try to find Exos tonight.
You tell me more about what it is that you want, and Vix tell you if I have.
Okay. Well, are there something that can do like shoot damage, and it could be like a really sick bow, or perhaps like other armor that could like make me a little more durable.
Unfortunately, that was the only armor that I had.
Oh, that's okay. Hey, let's stick to the shooties.
I have a bow, and I have a stick that make magic.
Oh, well, let's hear more about the stick.
I do not know many thing about the spells, but this One second. Buza, Dera, Tureska. Yeah, yeah. And throws out like a sort of like a little looks like a spindly looking stick, and catches it, and he says, "You see that tree over there, about 100 feet away?
Okay.
Watch." When he goes like that, a magic missile comes flying out of the end of this very apparent wand and streaks out and slams into the tree and like splinters off a big chunk of it. You can do that a few times a day.
Whoa.
That's the one I have.
Well, I wouldn't be covering you if I got it, would I?
Oh, you could get one too. That'd be kind of fun.
Okay. Well, maybe we look at the ring and the stick. Maybe do some sort of deal.
Which ring? There are 2 rings.
Which one, guys? Which rings do we like?
Whilst waiting, sorry, I'm chewing on jerky. I was waiting for the other ring to be identified, and I was gonna see if I could maybe make a deal for 2.
Peter is deep in thought.
Okay, so just for some hand waviness, the things that you are able to discover is the ring is a ring of obscuring, which, because you're casting spells to figure out what it is, I can tell you exactly what it is. The band resembles this band of iron resembles a skull and is cold to the touch. It has 3 charges and regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. As an action while wearing the ring, you can expend one of its charges to cast the fog cloud spell from it. With the following changes, the cloud is centered on you when it first appears, and it lasts for 1 minute, no concentration required. There is also a book that he gave you. This is the Manual of Quickness of Action. This book contains coordination and balance exercises, and its words are charged with magic. If you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents and practicing its guidelines, your dexterity score increases by 2, as does your maximum for that score, including going above 20. The manual then loses its magic and then regains it in 100 years.
Okay. Those are the 2 things I identified?
Those are the 2 things that he identified. Everything else he gave you ended up just being mundane.
Okay.
There was 1 potion, potion of climbing.
Cool.
Sir, I'll give you 800 gold for all of it.
For all of it.
For those things that he identified. And the 2 rings.
I haven't shared what they are. How do you know what they are?
Oh, I thought you said we're just hand waving that.
I was hand waving him spending 10
okay.
minutes casting the
Okay.
spell.
And here's why.
Because he wants the book.
I was just buying for the group.
I mean this in the nicest way, but how many items are around me?
There's the 3 magic items, the potion, the ring, and the book. And then there's about like 7 other just like mundane items that look like they could be magical, but they are definitely not.
A single use thing.
Most of these items here are a bit mundane. They don't really have anything special to them.
Make a deception check. Because that's true, but it's not entirely true, so I will give you advantage.
Okay. I was gonna say the whole truth.
Okay, so
so
carry on.
I
Sorry.
wasn't mean to
you,
lie.
You stopped and you were
Sorry.
giving me your like
I was trying to
expected look.
But don't you think this merchant will be upset with you if you return back with nothing but mundane items?
Aye, there are many more things on the cart. Perhaps, it's not just magic things that people buy. Sometimes they just want a trinket from the sleeping city.
Very true. Well, as long as you feel that there's no consequences to you.
I make gold one way or the other, yes.
I'll be quite honest with you. There are magic items among the 10 that you placed here.
I had assumed.
Not all, but some. This one is interesting. I'm going to hold up a book. It's a little rare.
It seems like an exercise book. Is magic.
Is exercise magic? Ability to exercise magic.
Okay.
50 gold?
Make a persuasion check.
Sure.
I'm hoping for my third nat 20
Don't.
because that is the most expensive item he has.
Oh.
What'd you get?
18.
I got a 19.
Dave
I got a 15 plus 4.
Oh, I'm so sad.
Oh.
I have to shut
Books are very expensive. I can sell regular book, no magic, for more than 50 gold. I once sold a regular book for 1,000 gold. Very rare, very expensive book. I do not believe you that this book is 50 gold? 50 gold? No, no. This is the second time you lied to me about money.
I'm not actually even lying.
He grew up very poor.
I mean, Peter would have no idea.
Right,
You
he
know,
doesn't.
you know that this is powerful magic, though, and you have stolen a lot of books in your day to know the value of books. You don't know.
Fair enough.
This
Okay.
book is probably 20 to 30,000 gold if you were to buy it.
What?
Gee, give him everything you got. man.
Well, then maybe you should give me the price so I stop making a fool of myself.
Well, I was going to sell it without knowing what it is for 2,500 gold.
I haven't. All I've said it's a magic exercise book.
Yes, but as I say, I sell other books. I sell a regular book for 1,000. This is magic book.
Ah, I
How
understand.
could it be less than 1,000?
Yes, you have been doing this a very long time. I'm very sorry if I've offended you. I don't have that much gold. I may have to ask for the help of my friends.
I don't care where gold comes from if gold comes.
How about a trade? I can pull out the rock.
For a rock.
Have a look.
The Rock. Don't give him that.
I feel like I'm kind of immune to it because I can't see it.
You still feel it,
Yeah,
though.
no, I know, it feels great.
Don't give it
Actually, you have to make a wisdom throw to hand it over, so
Don't
wisdom
give
saving
him the
throw.
rock.
Elk,
It's so-
don't. I haven't even touched the rock yet.
Wayne's part of the family now.
No, you can't get rid of the Wayne.
Oof, 9.
You don't want to give up the rock. You're like, how about this rock? And he goes to put his hand out. Okay, let me see the rock.
I don't know if he's grabbing it. I'm just.
He's just holding his hand out in front of you, but
I
you
can't see.
You can't let it go. Just turn your hand over.
Can I take it from his hand?
Take it.
Make a sleight of hand check. Make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage because you can't see.
Yes. 17 and dex save.
But wouldn't you wouldn't be offering to take it if you lost the wisdom saving throw.
He's not offering. Yeah, I mean you don't want
Blind,
to.
so-
Anyways, what'd you get?
12.
19.
Yeah, it's grabbed out of your hand.
Okay. Here, look at the rock.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes. 13.
That's not enough.
Not enough.
DC's 14.
Oh my god.
So
Okay.
it's like, here, look at the rock, and you just close your hand around it. He's like, this is very strange. Perhaps I do not want this rock.
Oh,
It's
well.
the best rock
It's
you've
so
ever
cool.
seen.
You really
so
do.
Can we just
Look
go around
at
trying
it.
it? Can I try to take it
Oh
from
my.
Alora?
Vix, you just gotta take the rock.
Yes, just take it. Or don't take it. Whatever.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
18.
I got an 8, so you beat him. So he goes to take the rock, and you just go.
Yeah, that was not what we wanted.
You wanted low, not high.
No!
I do not think I want this rock any longer. You are all being very strange about this rock, and I think you are trying to pull one over on Vix.
No, it's a very cool rock.
Once you touch it, you'll understand.
You'll never
It's
want to
not,
let
we're
go.
not trying to
It's
do
really
anything.
cool.
This is very strange, though. None of you seem to want to let this rock go.
Because
and
it's so
X,
cool.
try to give him
probably
the rock.
cursed.
Okay. Laura, give me the rock.
I don't know.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Like persuade?
Oh, I got 4 and he got.
11.
You are able to take it from her. Now
Okay.
you have the rock that is the coolest rock in the entire world, and if you want to let it go, you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, this rock is so dope. Okay, here you go. Right to you, Vix.
Yes!
2.
What'd you get?
Well, I rolled a 2, so I'm assuming it's enough.
This is a pretty cool rock. But the book is worth more money.
Wow.
It's just a cool rock, guys.
And
Doesn't mean that it's worth anything. It is just the coolest rock in the world, not the most expensive rock in the world.
Alright,
I fall in love with it so much.
It
I
is
mean, I'll keep it.
No,
Wait,
it's
whoa.
a part of our family, so we'll probably just
If
take
you're
it.
not
and
gonna
drop it.
trade, then you give that rock back.
Yes.
You give it back right now. Mister.
Absolutely.
But I don't want to give it back.
Well, then you have to
but
trade
then
the
you
book.
have to give it the book.
I
That's
don't
the
have
deal.
to give you the book.
Yes.
Give it back! Flee! Go ahead, back!
Wait,
Someone just literally throws 3 more rocks out of the wagon. 3 rocks for 1 rock. Good deal. Anyways,
Huh?
2,500 gold for the book.
Okay, well, I don't have
I'm about to
2,500
intimidate
gold.
the shit
yeah,
out of
who's
him for that
standing
I
rock.
appreciate
beside
you
me?
saying that. I don't
Your
have.
friend has 1,100 gold.
I don't even then we would not have enough. Thank you very much for this offer.
Oh,
the
anyway,
most I
was
could
like
even
talk to
fathom
somebody.
is 500 gold. And
No
and-
deal.
and
Takes
you're-
the book up.
You're next to a nun.
yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
I'm just gonna. Whoever's beside me, you.
well,
Where is he?
Oh,
He's talking to Peter. He's like, you can definitely figure
Okay.
out where
The
he
Okay.
is.
Well, then I'm gonna walk
He
up
took
to
the
him.
rock.
would
I'm gonna start brandishing
would
my
you
new
take
staff.
200 gold for both the rings?
200 gold for both the rings.
Yeah, get the ring.
400 gold maybe.
I would do 275.
That is not a very good
want
bargain.
them-
Can I
All the
grab him
measures-
mid conversation?
For
Go ahead and make a.
Not like grapple him, but just like turn him around.
Yeah. What are you doing?
What are you doing? You're taking all rock.
I gave you 3 rocks for the rock.
I'm gonna start brandishing.
You tell me.
The staff.
I'm gonna-
Are you trying to use it?
I'm threatening.
you guys.
I'm threatening.
No!
11 lizard folk come out of the trees.
You just give us our rock back. We're not gonna hurt you.
I gave you 3 rocks for
That's
the
not
rock.
the
You're
same.
trying to
We
give
did
me
not-
bad deal, lie to me that you do not have money. I sell you many things, and this is how you repay Vix.
Can I?
Vix, look at me. You seem like a smart man. You just gave 3 rocks away willingly. You try to give me that rock, and you tell me it's not worth those more than those 3.
He reaches into his pocket. You take the rock.
That's all I'm
Thank
asking
you. That's a
And then I'll back
special
it.
rock.
I mean, it's a cool rock, but we
just
are
want-
done here.
Oh,
That was
look, can I
way
just-
too much violence.
I just want to buy the.
Way too much
can I
threat.
just buy the
Back it up!
stick magic
He's going to buy some rings.
We are done here.
Uh,
You all need to know and learn how to have a deal.
I'll flip him 3 gold. I'll flip him 3 gold. This is. Even though you think of us so poorly, justifiably, today, if we ever bump into each other in the future, I hope we can have a fresh start. And I'll flip him 3 gold.
He catches the 3 gold. Lie less, threaten less, and perhaps we deal again. Today.
Unless
But if I
he
could, I only
steals
lie. I do
something
that
and
to
tells us not to
everyone.
threaten him.
I did not steal. I gave you a deal. 3 rocks for a rock.
We did not take
That
was
was
not
not
the deal we asked
the
for.
deal. I asked for a deal for the book in
You're a
exchange for the
shitty
rock.
salesperson, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm gonna cast Fireball
Fuck
in my
off.
trouble.
Fuck
Nate
you!
walks off into the jungle. You cast Fireball?
I don't have Fireball. I'm just joking.
Like,
Peter,
wait, what? Did I hear that correctly?
Peter will go full 11 and just like trying to recreate the Fireball from the previous game.
I just brandish the stick, even though I'm not attuned to it after him.
Little kids are on the back of the wagon.
Fuck you, lizard people! That sounded racist. I take it back.
He didn't
racist.
Extos didn't get anything because of the
Random.
rock.
Yeah, to be fair, it was a good idea.
It was a great idea.
I wasn't trying to
I
threaten
know.
him. I just wanted an exchange, and then it gives us 2 fucking pebbles for this rock for fucking Dwayne. Are you kidding me?
You could always kill him.
No,
I'm
let's
trying to
not
stay
feel
away
like
from
that.
violence, and it still didn't work in our favor.
I
This is
know.
fucking annoying.
That's fine, guys. I mean, if you you know, try to lie to the guy 3 times, it's fine. Or
I
just
didn't lie to him once, and he got mad at me. For
Look at what
You did threaten him with a stick that makes snakes.
Yeah.
I was so true to it. I could have done anything, and if
He doesn't know that.
Well, he's not a very good peddler.
Like,
He
Pete,
doesn't know
maybe
what he's
we
selling.
like settle down on trying to kill a man of like 14 lizards. It's probably not a good idea.
Take
Bet
it-
you miss your parents, don't you?
X, do you want my snake stick? I'll give it to you.
No, I don't really like snakes.
Oh.
My brother played a trick on me with a sea snake, and not a big fan.
Here, X, you can
No.
But I have my wand of magic missiles and I've never used it. And
It's fine.
you were gonna buy it.
That's actually a pretty good deal.
Here, why don't you try it? Try it for one combat and see what you think.
Fired at the lizard man.
Pete, you really need to go see some help or something, because the lizard man did nothing to you, and he actually gave us an incredibly good deal on all these items.
I know, he really didn't know what he was talking about.
You just
Maybe I didn't know what I was talking about either, and I didn't get mad at him for being ignorant, but he sure as fuck got mad at me.
well,
And Pete is gonna walk off into the direction we're supposed to be heading in.
12-year-old boys.
I love that everybody's identifying as Elt now. Elt's walking up.
It's a good name.
There's 3 of
My
them.
firstborn baby, Eltamil.
Do you want to try it?
okay, yeah, I could probably give it a little doodad. You just
Okay.
kind of flicking a wrist or what?
Yeah, pretty much. It has 7 charges. And
Per day, or is it 7 total?
per day. And so it's kind of cool. But if you roll a 1, it kind of crumbles to ash. So don't do that.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah, but it's really cool. You should try it.
Okay, well, thanks, Laura. You know, everyone says that the royal family's not giving, but you are one of the most giving people in our friend group, Peter.
Okay. Here, wand of magic missiles. It's cool. Add that.
Well, we best probably make our way. Probably try not to find any of the shadows that he talked about, and maybe we could all get along.
I think so.
Yeah, get along sounds great, except for if some shadow people get out. Maybe I won't be so friendly in the future and just let them get you, X.
Pete, I understand that you're a little bit bitter right now, but you have to recognize that he gave you an awesome deal, then you took it, and then you tried to lie to him, and then he caught you in the lie.
When did I
And
try
then
to
you
lie
said,
to him?
hey, as a measure of good faith, let me do this. And then you lied to him again. So, you backstepped him, sidestepped him, and then front-stepped him in the face. So, it's really hard to side with you on this one, Pete. You're a lovely guy, though.
Pete is gonna legitimately walk away frustrated. I didn't fucking do anything wrong. I just don't know how the fucking deals work. And I'm going to cast.
I love that spell.
Grease.
Just turns around and greases you.
My favorite.
I'm gonna cast. Ooh, yeah, that's probably about right. That's what you would do. I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave as I walk away and stomp off.
In what direction?
In
To us?
every fucking direction that goes in.
It's a cone.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
A wave of thunder, a thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube
Oh, okay.
originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature taking 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed away 10 feet from you. On a successful save, I'm nowhere near anyone. I've walked away.
Okay.
On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed. In addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed back 10 feet away as well. And a thunderous audible boom, radiates 300 feet.
Okay, so you guys see Peter storm off in front of you, and then he moves his hand and it just goes, and this deafening thunder boom cracks, and everything that's around him, just like a cloud of dust and twigs and everything goes flying. Some of it back towards you guys, like little pebbles and rocks, and you've got to cover your faces and things like that. And the jungle goes silent for a second. And then birds explode from the canopy out from around you, just all flying away as fast as they possibly can.
I think we should get out of here. Remember last time there was a big boom?
Yeah, well, I'll go get Pete. I'm sorry.
You don't have anything to fucking apologize for. He's just having a tantrum.
I know, but I don't know. I was kind of weird as a kid too, so I'll.
Well, if he doesn't understand how deals work, then maybe he shouldn't be making the fucking deals.
Yeah, well, speaking of deals out.
And then he's just gonna walk. He's gonna cast invisibility on himself, and then he's gonna walk towards Peter.
I have no idea you're invisible.
I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for Peter.
Okay. You just blink out of existence.
He just went invisible. Where's he going? Extos, what are you doing?
What the fuck is going on with this group right now?
Talia's just gonna sit against a tree and like open up her little vial of honey. Like watch as if it's popcorn.
Make a wisdom check for me.
Okay.
You finished the jar.
Wisdom save, sorry, not wisdom check.
18.
You're able to control yourself. You don't need to finish. You want to finish the entire jar? You don't have to. You can have as much as you want.
What does the snake staff do?
It's the staff of the python, so it is cool. I can use I could throw it as an action, and it turns into a giant boa constrictor python.
Whoa.
But the thing that sucks is if it gets to 0 hit points, it's done.
Oh.
So you have to revert it back before it
Okay.
goes to 0. How many hit points?
If you go to, actually, I can just add it to your character sheet. 1 sec.
I did add it, but I don't know if I just can't see what the.
Because it's, what is it, a giant constrictor or just a, giant constrictor snake. I think it's got like,
Oh, I see.
I want to say like 12 or 15 hit points.
Okay.
1 sec.
We do not do well with strange.
Okay,
interactions.
if you go to your extras tab, you might have to refresh. It'll be there. It has, a giant constrictor snake has 60 hit points.
Oh. Oh. So that, okay, that's actually pretty great then. Sweet.
Wait, that is the ranger companion. Let me just double check and make sure that's actually how much it has. Because I don't think it'll have the same hit points as a ranger companion one.
Yeah. Oh, that would be
Summoned. There we go. Nope, same stats.
Oh.
So 60 hit points, but only 12 AC.
Okay. That's just okay. That's
Yeah.
better than I thought. I was kind of expecting it to be like 15 hit points.
Yeah, no, it's giant. Giant creatures are usually pretty good. It has a bite attack and a constrict attack, and it can swim or crawl.
Very cool. Okay, I changed my mind. That is dope. I guess while we're waiting for X and Peter to work out their domestic quarrel, I'm gonna go sit beside Thalia. Just gonna say, "Hey, Thal,
Hey.
how's it going?"
I'm doing okay. Feel like the shadows kind of cast over the party. Oh,
Yeah, I know. I think we're all a little off. You know?
you want some honey?
Yeah, I do.
Here you go.
Take a, I don't know, a finger.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
And it's gone.
11.
You want the rest of that jar.
I just
Like you won't be violent about it, but it's like you just like it's it's like when somebody offers you a snack and you're like you just keep taking the snack, not being aware of the social norms of the
Yeah.
situation.
I'm just like keep like.
I'm just gonna look at you.
Yeah, thank you for that. I don't know if I
I've
was
been
that.
there. I've been there. You save them for later.
What I wanted to ask you about Thalia is, ever since I almost killed our entire crew with a giant firebolt.
That was cool.
Yeah, like super cool, but also like potentially killed everyone. So
That's true. Yeah.
I was kind of thinking, like, do you think you could maybe start teaching me some healing spell? I wonder if I could learn some healing spells or something.
Oh.
I would just really love to be able to, not kill everybody, or if I did, make it a little better.
You want to learn healing spells from me?
I would love to. Would you be willing to teach me?
Okay, I guess so. I mean, if you want to learn from me, I've taught anybody stuff before.
I just
but-
like give you a big hug, but as I'm doing it, I'm also kind of trying to see if I can get the honey out of her.
Sleight of
mouth.
hand check.
Thalia's like just so beaming with pride that someone asked her this. That
So make a perception check at disadvantage then.
okay.
Oh my gosh, no, that was terrible. Yeah, I got a 9, so.
She's at disadvantage. You never know.
Oh, disadvantage.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, the second one was a 2, so.
Your perception's +8 though.
Yeah.
So
So I got
Still a
10.
10.
Oh no, 10. I got 11.
Oh yeah.
so I
Okay.
still-
You still beat her. So yeah, you just like slide it out.
Just like one more. Just like
Did you say that out loud?
no.
Oh, you're just going to grab it.
I'm just describing.
I mean, I'm just like so honored that it's
I just like eat it.
over.
I'm like so
Yeah.
hugging.
Give yourself 5 temporary hit points.
Okay. Like, oh, I'm so
Mark off
excited
one less
about it.
vial of honey on your inventory.
Getting a beautiful relationship. Not so much.
Temporary, there we go. How long do the temporary hit points last?
Until your next long rest.
Oh, sweet.
Never sleeps again.
For 5 each.
Suffers exhaustion until they die. I have to keep these hit points.
Oh, I put my vial of honey.
You had 5 of them. I don't know if you actually. Oh yeah, containers of honey. You put 2 on there, but I'm pretty sure we said you had 5.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
a whole
Yeah.
bunch.
It's in your backpack underneath peephole ring.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I could have used that with a boat. That's handy. So I'm still going up because I've got 4 now. 5. Okay. That's actually okay.
You guys when you go up to.
Yeah, totally.
If
It's a good
you
deal.
click on your any items that are in your backpack, if you want to move it up to your like your inventory, you can click on it and there's a little move option and you can move it up to your equipment. If you don't ever scroll down as far as your backpack.
Oh, okay. Got you. Well, like, what would you want to learn first? I mean, I can do all kinds of cool stuff. I'm just going to start doing, like, some of her cantrips. Like, I could do this. I could do that. Like, what do you want to know?
That is so cool. Oh my
I
gosh,
know,
I want
I
all
know.
of it. What do you think would be the most helpful, maybe beginner spell? I've never done a healing spell before. Normally, I just like shoot lightning and acid and stuff.
Right. Healing. Let me take a look here. I mean, there's a spell that you know it cures wounds. So, you know,
would
you
be?
have to be able to touch somebody, and then you know all the healing powers goes in, and they get better.
Sad. Is this something I could learn? Like, could I learn a healing spell? Is that possible?
As a sorcerer? No.
No. So
It's divine magic. So you would need to multi-class into another class. There's one sorcerer class, the divine soul sorcerer, that gets healing spells, but the rest of them,
but if I
It's-
multi-class into a
if you
cleric-
multi-class into a cleric, then
I mean-
you would learn it right away.
Probably the first thing is I could introduce you to Timora, and she could like he's helped me a lot, so I could
Come
like.
to church on Sunday.
Oh, you know what? You know, I am sure Timora is lovely, and I can't wait to meet her one day. But I just feel like really in tune with just kind of the wildness of magic and the chaos that it comes with, and just the weave of magic itself. And I wonder if I could maybe channel through that instead
Oh.
of maybe a god or a goddess or something.
That'd be cool.
You hear a voice in your head. You want to try something?
Okay.
Tell her to cast a spell, a healing spell.
Hell yeah, cast a healing spell right now, Nox. Nox is gonna do something. Let's just see what happens.
Okay. And she just puts her hands on you. Cast.
As you put your hand on her, you see a hand come out of her shoulder and just like wrap around your hands.
Yeah.
Obviously made of like not flesh fingers.
Eyes are gonna get
no
really
body
wide.
horror.
She's
Just
gonna keep her hand there, but her eyes are gonna get really wide.
Mine are too. Like, holy shit.
Something on your shoulder. Yeah, not just me.
That's Nox.
Oh.
Hi, Nox.
so mark off the spell slot. But as the magic infuses, instead of going into the person that like normally when you cast a cure wounds spell, you channel this divine energy gifted to you by Timora, and the like magic goes into the person. This time it's like there's a vacuum and it's like sucked up into that hand that is over you, and it sort of like glows slightly brighter for a second, where it's like you both have to kind of like turn away, and then like folds back into Anand's shoulder. He's like, I think we could figure that out.
Can I give him like a mental fist bump?
Absolutely.
2 mage hands in your head.
Yeah.
As he lifted his hand off.
Yeah. As soon as it like took the magic, it went back into
Okay.
her. Yeah.
Did you? That was fucking crazy.
I happened?
Nox is different here. Ever since we've been in this area, he's real. He's more tangible. He's like me, but also separate.
It's kind of creepy.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, it's cool. It's just, the little hand. It was just kind of creepy when I thought Hankma or Solar. I'm sure he's really cool.
Yeah, I get that. I
Yeah.
totally vibe with that. Yeah, totally. But also, he's
But
a good
it-
guy.
If you trust him, I trust him.
I do.
Well,
Thank you.
are you gonna do healing stuff now? Like, was that some
I
sort
don't
of
know, Nox,
thing?
can I do it? Or
I mean, we're probably gonna have to figure out a little bit
okay.
more, but it's a good start. Like I got an idea of how it works. Like the source of her magic sort of comes from far away, but then it enters the weave and then goes back into her and then goes out. So because it went into the weave, I feel like if I'll keep an eye on her, and if she does more of that, then I'll keep watching. But I think maybe.
Okay, let's try. Nox was just saying we're gonna figure it out. But if you want to keep showing me, and if you're okay with me kind of watching when you do things, that would be really cool. I would love that.
Yeah, you can watch. That's fine.
Give me a little wink. You never know. Like, side note, you never noticed that I took the honey, right? So
No,
can,
I
like,
didn't
just play it
notice.
off. Okay,
I'm just
cool,
gonna
cool,
find
cool.
out later and be furious.
Okay, cool.
But it won't know it's you, so.
That's fine. Cool. I just okay. I can just keep sitting with you, chilling, hanging out.
Cool.
What's Peter doing?
I am walking like in the direction we were supposed to be heading towards the Oya Canyon or the Crying Canyon.
So you're just
I am on a mission.
Exos will grab his Cittern, swing it around his shoulder, and fly over to him.
okay. So you cast fly, which will cancel the invisibility.
Yep.
But off you go. Play a couple of chords. Your feet lift up off the ground, and you're like, I've done this before. I know what I'm doing. Swing the Cittern back onto your back, and you have the power of flight.
Hey Pete. Pete, it's X. I'm up. I'm in the air.
How fast do you move?
60 feet per second, or
60 feet per round, 10 feet a second.
Yeah.
60 feet per round. that would include his bonus action and.
No, that's just his move, so he can move up to 120 feet around.
Okay.
So if you blade song
Yep.
Was this gonna be
and
like Superman
triple
versus the
move,
Flash?
you can outmove him by 20 feet.
I will cast Blade Singing and bonus action, and movement.
Peter just
So dramatic.
takes off. You can kind of keep up, but you're not going to catch him.
Got a teenager.
Cast Bumble on your friends. Do it all the time.
I'm still salty, hey?
I might.
Hey, Pete, just slow down. We're not supposed to go in the forest by ourselves, and there's creepy shadows. But just wanted to apologize. Can we stop for a second?
No, actually, you would move at exactly the same feet at the same speed
Mm-hmm.
because that's 40. Because you go up to 40 feet, and that tripled is 120. So you guys are literally just like zipping, moving at 120 feet in 6 seconds. This is very fast. You like anybody who's watching, they just go like off in the distance. So I'll say you're like 20 feet behind him, but you guys are just keeping pace, one on ground and one on the air.
Pete, just stop. I want to talk about your mum.
Pete slows down. What about her?
Do you stop or do you just slow down?
I slow down and stop.
Well, I just
You wouldn't be out of breath at all.
Yeah.
You're just flying.
just kidding. I'm not. I
There's
just
thin up there.
I just figured that I don't know. You felt a little off there, and I just wanted to see if I don't know, we didn't really get to talk about the whole thing that happened with your mom, and I know that there's still a lot of question marks, so I just want to see what questions you have right now.
I would just like to find her, that's all. Wouldn't you like to be with your mom?
Yeah, I'd like to be with my mom right now, but we're also doing some pretty amazing things for the world, and I know that it feels like all of us have had a lot of answers to our questions in our past, but I just wanted to say that your answers are probably coming, but what you found so far is like pretty cool as well, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm not mad about that.
Well, what are you mad about?
I'm mad that someone treated me less because I don't know how to make a deal. Usually I just stole. This is the first time I tried to participate in a global economy without paying the asking price. And what was that done? Made me feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah, I understand that, Peter, and I don't think you meant anything bad by it. I think it was just interpreted. But you know, my dad always said that like sometimes it's not always about your intention. It's also about like the consequences of like your actions and like how things panned out. You know, so like it's not that you're a bad person, but it was hard to see how he could have seen it any other way than you just trying to pull one on him. Does that make sense? And he's got 14 kids. Like, I heard that lizards eat like a lot of food. So like, you know, imagine you had 14 little Pete's to feed.
Well, I can't imagine it was his intention either, but I'm going to pull out the moral compass, and I'm going to see which way it's pointed between Elt and I. Or Exos and I. Wow, that's funny.
Good, bad.
Pete, are you scared that you're like a bad person?
No, not at all.
Well, why do you keep bringing out that compass?
We all need a little direction sometimes, don't we? But this is a bit easier than asking for advice.
Yeah,
I'll fire, I'll cast firebolts twice in the air to signal where we are, because we're moving in the direction of the bridge. There's no point backtracking.
Pete, if you can't trust yourself, then it's going to be really hard to trust others, don't you think?
I trust myself a great deal. I trust others very little. And that interaction reaffirmed that. Plus, I might really hurt Eld for taking those rings from us. But that's besides the point.
What? If Elle was here, he'd bitch slap the shit out of you and kick you.
You're not there.
I know.
Well, I actually don't think that he was trying to like steal them from you specifically.
I almost had them.
Well,
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna fire 2 more firebolts in the air.
hey Pete, just so you're aware, like, the longer you like, actually, I got a cool story. So like, there was always this like turtle that like never, like, he was just like known in this little cove, and like, we'd always try to play with it, and every single time it just like went into its shell, and we're always like, hey, wait, come back, Mr. Turtle, like, come play with us, we just want to like hang out. And he just kept on like going in, and then one day we actually just like snuck up on it, but it was just me, and I just started like petting its shell, and just like slowly the turtle just like maybe realized that, hey, we're cool people. And guess what? That turtle was actually one of you remember that big turtle guy that we met at the at the pier? He was like old family friend.
Yep.
Well, guess what? That's one of his sons. Now we're friends.
What's happening?
So just want to say that you're so like protective of yourself and like non-trusting of everyone. I pretty much trust everyone, and it doesn't always pan out, but it's been pretty good.
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine, but you're like very grimacing and ready to fight everyone. So I just figured that come over here and check on you. But love you, Pete, and hey, just I think you're a really good dude, and you're like a brother to me. So maybe trust me like a brother.
Thanks. I put up my hand and I shake your hand.
It's been like at least 14 weeks, so probably just a hug is in order. And I'm gonna pick you up from the waist and just one of these.
Peter begrudgingly accepts, but Elusis wraps the wings around us. Nice.
Oh, you too?
That's cute.
You too, Lucis?
It's like a dog. He likes nice energy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like our dog. You're fighting, we're leaving.
Yeah.
You're hugging, I'm there. As you guys have that hug, you hear
There was a lot of explosions.
Thalia and Alora. You guys picked up on this about 30 seconds before, but you guys are probably 800 feet or more behind where Peter and Extos are. But you heard like some cracking and moving in the distance of something big. It is definitely closer to the two of you. That's why you are able to hear it with your passive perception, but something is coming.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay, I'll actually be walking with Eld, if that's okay. Peter just cast Firebolt like twice in the air, and I heard something coming. I think we have to run right now.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so we'll just take off running towards them.
You take off running? Okay, so it is Peter and Extos in the front, Eltamil and Alora in the middle.
I'm stealthy and hiding.
I'm going to say you guys are 600 feet behind Peter and Extos. And then another 200 feet behind the two of you are going to be Thalia and Denon. We're going to go ahead and roll initiative. This isn't a combat yet, but we're going to move into initiative just so I can keep track of everything. That's cocked. Okay. Peter?
22.
22. Exos?
9.
Alora?
29.
Help?
21. Yeah, I'll just keep it 21.
Jesus, you guys are all rolling high except for Exos. Thalia?
9.
Enon?
8. You
Ah.
and me, baby.
Extos and Thalia, what are you guys' dexterity scores? Who's got the higher score?
I cast Pass Without Trace as once I heard that.
+2 or 15.
+3 for Dex.
Okay, so you're gonna go first. Okay, so it is Alora, Peter, Elt, Thalia, X, Enon.
For playing this out, since I'm running with like my hand.
Or I could just grab your hand. Run.
Yeah.
Holding hands now.
Should
While
I
we're running.
roll my boots at? Would it make sense
Runs
if we were
like this.
rolling together?
It's up to you.
I'm gonna- 22.
No, he'll get on
22?
my
What's your dex
shoulders. I'll get on his shoulders and I'll be Ratatouille.
The modifier or
Yeah.
just the score?
That modifier. Okay, so Peter still goes first.
Everything everywhere.
So you both have 22. But he's got
Yeah.
+4.
Please do that. Ratatouille.
Okay, Alora, you are up first. If you're going to bring Eltamil with you with whatever you're doing, it will require the help action. So your action will be spent to pull him with you.
And I did roll a d8, and I tied with Peter.
and Peter's dex score is higher. So
Okay.
One.
Sure.
The one I couldn't get.
No, that's a bad decision. I'm not gonna help him.
Fly, you fool.
In the voice.
what are you doing?
I can't see anything.
You hear loud footsteps coming from your left in the jungle, but you cannot see anything at this point in time.
Okay, then I'll hold my action until I can see something.
Okay.
I'll just say, Peter, Extos, where are you?
Okay. Peter, it is your turn. You hear muffled shouting from behind you. With your passive perception, you hear your name, but you don't really catch the rest of it.
X, I think we should get back. Now.
You're still flying, by the way.
Oh, I still am? Okay.
Yeah,
thank
yes. I mean, I assumed you hadn't canceled the spell because you didn't say it.
Is would you say that blade singing still on, or is that past?
Less a minute, so
Less
it's
a minute.
passed.
Past. Okay. So I'll take this turn to cast.
Actually, how long does fly last?
It-
Fly lasts is 10 minutes, so yeah, it's still up.
I'll take this turn to bonus action blade singing and cast first level long strider on myself.
Okay, so you can move 150 feet per round if you triple move.
The fresh.
So are you doing anything with your movement?
I can fly still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't be far, and I'm gonna take off in the direction that I came in.
Okay, so you can move 50 feet back in that direction.
'Kay.
Yep. Yeah, okay.
Partial turn or partial movement.
Partial movement. Okay, so that is you. Extos.
Eld.
Or Eld, sorry. Yeah.
Sorry. I'll just keep running, and I'm gonna cast Armor Bag at this. And I'm just gonna ask Alora, are we heading to the bridge? Like I can hear the thing. Like I know why we're running, but
You actually can't.
my boots will let me know something's coming.
You know something's coming, but you can't hear it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's stealth higher than your
Okay.
passive
Yeah, that's
perception.
fair.
So
Yes, we'll probably run to the bridge. We just have to find Peter and X and Inon and Thalia right behind us.
That's all I can.
that's all?
Yeah.
Okay. Thalia.
I'm gonna get stealthy. I've casted pass without trace.
Okay. So you and Anon will get a plus 10 to stealth. So go ahead and roll a stealth check. So plus your modifier plus 10.
31.
31. Okay. You're very stealthy.
I am right now.
What else are you doing?
I'm gonna try to see it. See if I can find like where the noise coming from. What is it? I'm gonna try to get like to a place where I can see like
'Kay.
flanking maybe.
You can use your action to do a
Or climb
perception check.
tree to see.
You could use your action to do a perception check, or you can use your action to climb a tree. You wouldn't be able to do both in the same turn.
I'll do a perception check.
Okay.
Can I go back and climb a tree?
You nat one.
Yeah.
You, even with your plus 8, you know it's ahead of you towards where Peter and Extos and basically everybody but you and Anon. You know it's that direction, but that's all you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to like stealthily move towards that direction.
Okay. Yeah, with 31, easy enough. X,
I'm just gonna try to catch up to Peter.
heading back.
Yeah.
Okay, you can easily catch up to him because he only went 50 feet because he cast spells and he entered Blade Singing.
Okay.
So he only went 50 feet. So just with your move, you're able to overtake him.
Can I use my bonus action to kind of like look around and just like kind of do like that?
You can use your action to look around. Perceiving is an action.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Perception check.
Rats. 19.
19. So you don't see what it is, but because you're flying, you have sort of a better vantage point. and you look off to your right, and you see trees shaking, probably about 50 feet or so off the path and about 30 feet in front of you. So it's coming towards the path that you guys are heading down. You will intersect.
Okay. I guess that's all I can do.
You have bonus action still if you want.
Okay.
If there's anything you can do with the bonus action.
Okay, I'm just gonna see that, and then I'm just gonna cast. I'm just gonna like turn my Cittern towards like Peter and just like, please.
What does that mean?
I'm terrified.
Oh,
Are you, is that an inspiration?
Yeah, I'm using it as inspiration
Okay.
for him.
Bardic inspiration.
Inspiring, terrified.
It was unclear, so
Really new.
I'm like, were you just like panic strumming?
Oh,
Everything's
under the table.
Anon.
It's a great view.
Sorry, just to clarify, I'm still like hundreds of feet away.
You and Thalia were 800 feet away from where Peter and Extos were, about 200 feet away from where Elora and Eltamil were.
Okay.
And Thalia started heading in that direction.
And she casts Pass Without a Trace, so can I do a stealth check?
You
as
absolutely can.
well? Good thing, 18 with the extra 10.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, maybe it'd be like 19. Hang on. Stealth. Where are you? Nope, 0. 18 it is.
'Kay.
I'm not a stealthy person. And then I'm also gonna cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
And follow Thalia.
All right. Easy enough to do. Okay. Based upon its speed. So, Peter, Extos, and Elora, you're going to hear this, but you won't obviously see it. Between the four of you, closer to where Peter and Extos are, about 150 feet ahead of the two of you, you see this massive, scaled creature come bursting out of the tree line. Two small arms on the front of its body, a long tail, huge head. You all know this as a T-Rex. Your characters have no idea what this is. As this creature literally bashes a tree out of the way with its massive head and breaks out onto the road, turning around, sees Peter and Extos coming towards it, and just lets out just this blood-curdling.
Are they coming towards it, or are they running away?
They are coming towards it because they were coming back towards the two of
Oh,
you.
so it like came in between us.
Oh.
I don't want to fight.
That is the end of its turn. We're going back to the top of the initiative to Elora.
Okay, I'm going. So we're on the path, and can we go into like a forested area?
The forest is on either side
Okay,
of you, so it
perfect.
burst out from the left side of the trees from the direction that you are facing.
Okay.
About 150 feet ahead of you.
I will.
It is 45 feet tall, probably 80 feet nose to tail. This thing is the biggest creature that you have seen outside of Denizim.
Okay. I'm going to whisper to everyone, like kind of loudly, hide, and I'm going to hide in the tree. What is the bloody hell is happening?
Tyler.
I'm gonna hide in the tree. And I'm not doing a thing. I'm going to hide.
Okay, stealth check.
Oh, for God's sakes. 13.
Okay. Pete, you see this. First things first, I need you to make just a...
A fear check?
Yeah, we'll
I
do
fail.
a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 18.
Okay. It doesn't have a fear effect, but this is the biggest, scariest, nastiest, meanest, real thing not inside a hallucination crystal that you have ever seen in your entire life. And it is 30 feet in front of you and huge. So with the 18, you're able to you're still terrified of it, but you still have your wits about you.
I fucked up. Fuck.
How far away from it is it?
30 feet.
30
It's 30 feet in front of you.
Fuck.
It's like that kid running around the corner.
So I'm going to cast
No.
grease.
Oh my god.
Bringing back the old classic.
So
Yeah, this is so mad. I'm gonna
I thought you were
cast.
gonna try to engage in
I
a
that's
duel
what I
or
thought.
something.
I will cast grease from 30 feet away.
Is that the ready?
Okay.
50. It's a 15 saving throw dexterity. Can't imagine it's too dexterous.
You imagine correctly. We'll just see how I roll.
Fucking nat 20s all night. I know, all night. He has
Well, I mean, I might have burned them all. Who knows?
Grease is
Or maybe your own dice is weighted.
I'm rolling a completely different dice.
Get out. No, I don't want to. We don't have time for this, Dave. 16. No, it's 16. Is that 16?
That's a 16.
Oh my.
We don't have the time for this.
We don't
We
have
need
the.
to cross
So
that bridge.
you cast grease, and one of its feet starts to slide as the grease appears under it, and it just plants its tail, and the claws on its feet just dig into the
To the
ground, and
bridge.
it's able to hold
We
itself
have to
up.
do a Lord of the Rings moment. Come on.
I know.
Who's sacrificing themselves?
They're
again?
still on the opposite side, way in that direction, right?
Yeah, so you can see Anon has like vanished, but you can see
I think
Eltamil about 150 feet, like 120 feet past the creature down the road.
Pete is going to use the 100 feet of movement he has remaining, and just try and go as much around as possible,
So you're going into the woods and going around.
if possible. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say that. How deep into the woods do you want to go?
Not too far. Yeah, like not that far.
Like 20 feet in,
Yeah.
and then around.
Sure, that sounds reasonable, right? That's reasonable, right? I
So
know,
you
but
can
I
make-
get back to you.
If you do that and you come back onto the road, you can make it 50 feet past it.
Okay, I will do that. I'll go 50 feet past it, and Elusis is going to separate from me and go in with a sting attack, using its stinger.
Okay, go ahead, Elusis.
Elusis
You're
is
annoying it.
That's
It's like a mosquito bite to it.
yeah, you're not wrong, but there's still a chance.
of what?
It's super susceptible to shocking grasp.
We need Fox the Phoenix in here right now.
15.
15 will hit.
15 hits.
I will make the con save, but I will say the thing has a lot of constitution.
Boy.
Yeah, passes the con save.
Okay, so it'll take 1d. It'll take 4 damage.
Okay.
Is that all its damage?
Well, but the sting, the sting, guys. It's not about the damage. It's about the opportunity to knock it out.
True.
No one knows. It's so fine. It's
Okay,
fine.
actually, I forgot about that part.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
It's not.
You just don't understand his little stinger.
Elusis. So I was 30 feet away. Elusis is going to use the remaining 30 feet of its 60 feet of movement to fly back in my direction.
So Elusis is going to get an opportunity attack against
yes.
it.
Oh.
Well, but it has.
No, I know.
He has
It's
to
a
go.
high risk play.
If he stays, he's going to get attacked
What's
for
Elusis's
sure.
armor class?
0, pretty much. I don't know. Armor class of 13, natural armor.
I got an 18 plus 10, so that is definitely a hit. He is going to take.
He's gonna die right now.
Not permanently. He can't die.
He's permanently dead.
It's a T-Rex.
But we get to find out how much damage this puts out.
King of the jungle. The T-Rex.
Elusis is going to take 39 points of piercing damage as the creature just turns around and and engulfs him.
Elusis disappears into a puff of smoke and sparks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that thing is not.
That's the end of your turn.
End of my turn.
El, you heard her say hide.
Wow.
I mean, you're smart enough to know you guys have
Yeah,
been
but
on
within
a road.
6 seconds to blindly find a hiding spot.
You can make a stealth with disadvantage.
I'm just gonna shout, "We gotta get to the bridge," and then I'm gonna cast invisibility,
Okay.
and then try to find a tree to hide behind.
Okay.
I'll put you there.
Make a flat stealth because invisibility gives you advantage and being blind gives you disadvantage. So
20.
Okay, no problem. Thalia,
Yes.
you heard the the scream. You can see the T-Rex on the road, but it is far away. But even this far away, you know this thing is big.
Okay. Do I see them go do anything?
You see Altamil and Anon, or Elora, just and disappear into the woods.
How far am I from everything?
You're about 200 feet behind them.
I'm gonna keep being stealthy and moving towards where they are, so I can get to them, so we can all be at least together.
Are you going to move and action move?
What does that mean?
So you can move for 30 feet, and then you can use your action to dash for another 30 feet. So you can move 60 feet in one turn.
Sure.
Okay. Anything you want to do with your bonus action?
Could I cast what's the thing?
Spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
You can definitely cast spiritual weapon. You can cast it 60 feet ahead of you if you want.
Sure.
Okay. It just appears on the road. What does it look like?
It's got like right now it's kind of like these green vines with like these spiky thorns.
Okay, so same as the was the night before. Okay.
That's just what it is here.
X.
So
You
I
see
would.
Peter ran into the woods and then came out. You see Elora and Eltamil disappear into the
Can
woods.
I try to go the same way? Because if I had my hand on her and she like leaves,
Yeah, you knew which way
I
she
just
went.
don't want to go the opposite direction.
Yeah. Okay.
So can I see the T-Rex from where I'm at?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
it is. It's like
'Kay.
30 feet in front of you
Yep.
and 30 feet down.
Cool. So I'm gonna use my bonus
I guess 15 feet down
action-
because it's big.
I'm gonna use my bonus action first and cast Unsettling Words on it.
Okay.
And nice. So that's a -8 to.
It's next saving throw.
Yep, next saving
Okay,
throw.
Nice.
Nice.
And then I'm just gonna, as I'm still flying, just whisper Bumble. And then I'm gonna use the rest of my action, or the rest of my turn, like my movement, to move in the direction towards the bridge.
Okay. What's the saving throw for Bumble?
So it's a dex save. So what would I be using?
Be your spell DC, whatever your
Okay,
spell DC is.
16.
Okay. It has a +0 to Dex.
Nice.
We'll see what happens. I heard it rolled 116 for a Dex save. Will I get lucky twice?
But isn't it -8?
It is at -8, so it's
Yeah,
literally
can't-
impossible for it
yeah,
to do it.
oh,
So
yeah,
it will fall.
Nice.
So
Nice job.
it
Ooh.
slips on the grease that's already underneath it and sort of falls to the side. Peter, 50 feet away, you feel the ground shake as the weight of this creature just hits the ground.
The grease take it out?
Well, he cast grease already,
Oh.
but then he used a spell called Bumble, which can cause something to fall prone.
What about the running
so
joke? Like,
narratively.
totally
So
brought us
good.
all home.
Grease?
Yeah.
Grease lightning.
Okay, are you going to
Great.
move at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna head in the direction towards the bridge. Or I guess I wouldn't have heard Alora. Would I have?
I
heard her?
shouted it.
Okay.
Oh, you
Because
shouted
I
on your
don't know
turn?
where anybody is. I just
Okay.
know on the side.
Okay.
So I heard it too now. Okay.
Because she said we're chasing up to you guys, so I'm just.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna head back in the direction then.
You turn around, head back towards the bridge?
Yep.
Okay. And on.
Hearing all of that go down, I'm just gonna be trying to get to where everyone is as fast as possible.
Okay.
So
So
forget about
double
stealth.
move with Thalia. You guys are just moving forward.
Well, are you still wanting to be stealthy? Because like, like if
You
you- if
because
you're
with
within a
pass
press-
without a trace,
yeah.
you can run full tilt
Oh,
and still
yeah.
stealth.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
That's one of
We
the
just have to be
one of the
within-
benefits
what's
of
the
using the
radius that we have
spell.
to be within?
We have to be within 30 feet of one
And-
another,
and
and
then-
both of your movement speed is fairly similar. You can move technically 20 feet faster than her with your boots, but you can choose to stay
Oh
close.
yeah, I'll stay close to
'Kay.
maintain that. While I'm doing that, can I also cast Mirror Image?
You will only have your bonus action left if you're choosing
right.
to double
if I'm
move.
doing the double. Okay, never
Yeah.
mind then. I'll do that next time.
Okay. Okay, it is its turn. It's going to spend half of its movement to get back up. And then it is going to turn around and head. Actually, it's going to make a perception check. Okay. It's going to head towards Peter, but it is too far away. So it just like forces itself up and then turns around and just starts coming towards you, picking up speed, but it doesn't have enough speed to get. Actually,
What's the move?
I'm going to use its action to move as well, and it's going to catch up to you. It will not be able to attack, but
Right.
it is on top of you. It is just running towards you. It moves as fast as you do.
100 and
I mean, when you think about how big it is.
150 feet per turn?
You don't know,
Okay, I don't know.
but it's moving fast. That is its turn, Alora.
I'm gonna run towards the bridge.
Through the jungle?
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll impede your movement to move through the jungle. So with your, if you triple move, you can move 90 feet around, but it'll only be 45 because it's considered difficult terrain to run through the jungle.
Okay, X-nay that. I'm just gonna go on the road.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just get back on the road and you take off 90 feet.
Yeah.
You're still pretty far away. You probably maybe, because you guys were 600 feet behind, you moved, and then you moved the other 90 feet. I'll say you're about 400 feet away from the creature at this point in time.
Okay, can you come with me? Is that possible? Or am I just leaving him in the dust?
You can move 60 feet and use your action for the help action to move
Okay,
him with you.
let's do that.
Okay.
Do you want to do that? Okay.
Okay, so you guys are moving together. You
Can she
in your
feel?
invisible, yeah, because invisibility you can still feel. You
Yeah,
just
okay,
can't
yeah, yeah.
see. So
Okay.
you're invisible, but you guys are moving together. You're running 60 feet down the road.
Okay.
So that'll be the two of you. Peter, what are you doing? It is on top of you.
Fucking hell.
What does one do?
Never been in this position before.
Never been attacked by a Tyrannosaurus Rex before?
So I did hear run for the bridge, that's right?
You heard that, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Eltamil shouted it out. And so with your passive perception, you would have been in range to hear it.
Okay. How long is it? So if I were to try to get to the opposite side of it, if it's right on top of me, is it 30 feet long or 20 feet?
For the sake of like D&D spaces, it takes up a 20-foot cube.
Okay. Okay, yeah, Peter is gonna run and try and go around it again. Is it an opportunity attack?
Unless you disengage, it'll be an opportunity attack.
Oh.
So you can use your bonus action to disengage, or you'll take an opportunity.
But if I
attack.
if I disengage, I lose too much distance and it will catch me nonetheless. So I have to misty step.
Yeah.
Right on top of
I'm thinking about it.
it. Use your rope, make a harness.
Yeah, we'll get there in this battle because something's gonna have to happen at the bridge.
Giddy up.
Oh fuck, I'm
This is
stressed.
kind of mid at this point.
I had a plan until it was on top of me. Peter is going to. I'm going to cast Misty Step to be on the opposite side of it, 30 feet away, and then I'm going
Which
to
will be 10 feet away from it.
and then use my remaining
'Kay.
110 for.
Its reach with its tail attack is 10 feet, so you're still within range of an opportunity
Am
attack.
I?
So it's going to take a tail swipe at you. But the tail is not as strong as the mouth.
I feel like it's still gonna mess him up pretty bad.
Your armor class is 18 when you're blade singing. It gets a 25 total. So you're going to take...
Am I going to die?
No. Okay, you're going to take 17 points of bludgeoning damage as the tail just slams into you as you're running. You just like sort of take it in the back and you're lifted up off the ground a little bit and then you hit the ground and you're just running.
Okay, so I run and the remaining, what is that?
100 feet.
100 feet.
Okay, Altamil, you're running. Anything else you're doing or just running?
Can I use an action?
You can bonus action, but you can't action because you guys are double moving.
Oh yeah, we're double moving. Then no.
Okay, Thalia. Just you guys are you and Anon going to be doing anything else, or are you just guys like hightailing it?
Well, how far are we now? Like
Hundreds of feet.
still hundreds.
Hundreds
Just
and
keep
hundreds.
I
of
can't
feet.
do
just keep
anything
running.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides run.
It's,
Kill it.
it's going to be moving in our direction anyways, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will leave your spiritual weapon in the dust because it can only move 20 feet around. Just so you know.
Oh, okay.
So you can just cancel the spell if you don't want to continue concentrating. Actually, Yeah, no, it's not concentration. Never mind. You're okay. But you can't move it fast enough to keep it up with you.
Okay, well, let it follow along, I guess.
It'll just bob along in the distance, slowly getting further and further away. Okay, so at this point in time, you two, because of Pass Without Trace and the stealth rolls that you have rolled, will beat any perception check that it can make. So you're going to be okay for now. So I'm just going to hand wave you guys just
Yeah,
running and
yeah,
keeping
do
up
it.
behind it. You're flying.
Yep, but
So-
I'm roughly was kind of in the range of Peter, right? So I can see.
Yeah, you and Pete,
Yeah.
because of your fly and his blade singing, it cannot catch the two of you.
Okay.
You're invisible. Elora, you aren't. So, I'm going to say it's moving towards the bridge. It's following Peter and it's following Extos because that's who it could see and that's who it was going after. I'm going to roll a perception check for it because eventually it's going to lose the two of them. It will not be able to catch them.
Okay.
They're going to get too far ahead. I'm going to roll a perception check for it to see if it turns around to see you
Okay.
because you're in the middle of the road running with an invisible blind guy.
The odds are.
Not in my favor. Oh God.
And can he dodge hard?
Natural 2.
Thank God.
So, for the sake of not you guys getting chased by a Tyrannosaurus for the next 2 hours.
I had some creative ideas up my sleeve.
Yeah, me too.
Because it was pissed enough
Definitely.
at you
I haven't
enough
achieved that yet.
because you made it fall down, everything else, and you were close enough. It's just gonna keep going after you guys until you eventually lose it, and then it's gonna be so far ahead of everybody else that it just eventually disappears into the jungle. It takes 2.5 hours for this to all play out. I want everybody to roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
We're all dead.
Oh.
Dead. Dad.
We're all dad.
We're all dad.
I dad.
Oh gosh. I'm really dad.
I can use my last
Oh, was
inspiration.
it a 4 or 14?
Nice. 16.
14.
Don't forget you have lucky.
Oh yeah, right.
This might be a time to use it.
Yeah.
15.
Okay.
18.
Tyler, was this yours? This purple one?
Nice.
Sorry, saving throw.
Yeah, Constitution
For
saving
Tyler?
throw.
19.
18.
16.
18.
4.
Everybody except Elora is fine. Elora, you're going to have 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay.
So under your conditions, mark that off. This was a lot. This was harrowing. This was running and being scared and hiding at any sound and just moving and stopping and moving and stopping and occasionally casting message to see if you could find anybody. And then eventually, 2.5, 3 hours later, the two of you stop at the southern edge of the bridge. So you guys come to the Crying Canyon, to the Oyoa Gorge. This is a 400 or 120 foot wide chasm that is crossed by this ancient stone bridge. In the middle of the bridge, about halfway across, you guys see a statue, but you can't quite make out what it is. The bridge seems stable enough that you guys can get across it. You eventually wait long enough, and the 4 of your companions eventually make it there. We're going to take a break. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes to see what the hell happens. So,
We're just, the T-Rex tries to cross the bridge.
see you in a few. back. So, before we left, you guys had an interesting encounter with a roaming shopkeeper named Vix. A temper tantrum was thrown.
Don't belittle it like that.
Okay. An impassioned cry of anger and magic and thunder and fire.
An
was
opportunity to grow. Let's go leave it at that.
You die, more like.
had, that summoned a large lizard-like creature that you guys all know as a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but your characters have never seen anything like this. You, Alora, may have seen skeletons. You may have heard of beasts like this in traveling menageries, things like that, but you've never actually seen one. You managed, with some clever spell use and rolls and abilities and different things like that, to get away from it, to hide, and eventually gave up the hunt and went back into the jungle. You guys ran and hid and did all of that for hours and then made yourself to the bridge over the Crying Canyon. And so this is where we're going to pick up. You guys are all at the southern edge of the bridge. You're tired from the run, but you still have more ground to cover today. It's about, because you have keen mind, about 4 in the afternoon, so you guys probably have 2 hours-ish until sunset.
Okay.
Have we crossed the bridge?
No, you're still on the south side of the bridge.
Okay.
Oh, you guys made it. You guys, is everyone okay?
I'm so tired.
Yeah, a bit.
What?
That was a lot.
From the
Peter.
bottom of my heart, thank you for guiding me through that. That thing sounded scary as hell.
It was a little menacing. I'm trying to describe it in my head. It's like, it's like picture like the lizard man, but like if he got like 18 to 20 times bigger, and then he also like lost all logic, could not speak, and just wanted to like chomp on everything.
You've seen lizard people before,
Okay,
so
I was gonna say.
you could roughly put that into perspective.
Oh fuck. Good thing we were away from that then.
Yeah. Oh well. I guess it's getting actually pretty dark, so we probably should cross this bridge as soon as possible.
Make camp on the other side.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. I'm just gonna sort of like look at the bridge. Like, how is it looking? How
Make an investigation check.
Okay. I
You
need
need to
to.
cross with the cart.
If someone wants to help him, you can roll with the help action.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can.
Ooh. 12.
11.
Seems stable. And as you guys go across it, you both notice along the sides of the bridge, the raised sides of the bridge, on both sides, there are intricate carvings. You've both encountered things like this in the past, maybe not to this scale, but sometimes famous stories or religious allegories or things like that were carved into walls or into wooden artifacts, things like that. Obviously, there's some sort of story that is being told through the carvings on the bridge.
Does anything like kind of make sense in terms like any warnings or like any sort of?
Make a history check for me.
Can I do the same?
Yeah, you can do it at advantage, Laura.
16.
Okay.
21.
Okay. With a 16, you get the impression that this is a story telling the tale of a man and a woman and some sort of fight with a dragon, but you can't really tell what it's all about. Like it's very beautiful, but like there's 3 figures that keep repeating. The same woman, the same man, who's like in knightly garb, but the woman is just in a nice dress. And then this dragon keeps coming back. And there's parts that are chipped away and things like that. After you spend a couple of minutes like looking at it as you guys are walking across the bridge and everything, you remember a story that your parents have told you during the War of the Titans 2,000 years ago. The battles between the giants and the dragons. The things that sort of shaped the world as we see it today, where most of mankind fell back to the Imperium City. It was the last bastion of life on Aloria during this war, which is why all of the races now intermingle, because they put their own differences aside. And there was a famous story that came out of Azari Ailish, this jungle area, of a warrior and his young wife, who the warrior decided, in order to save the people fleeing off the peninsula to go to the mainland towards the Green Sea, he gave up his own life and challenged a dragon to single combat, and managed to wound it enough that it flew away and let the people go to safety. But in doing so, he died. And there was a story that his young wife turned around from the caravan and came back and found his body and wept so much that it formed a river. And so this is the story of the Widower's Bridge. This is where that knight was fabled to have passed away defending his people against the dragon.
Okay. I won't say anything. I'll just pass the bridge.
I'll just be like, oh, well, something to do with just like a man and a woman in love, and then some sort of dragon. So maybe Mum's got us like ready to slay another dragon. Perhaps this one a real physical natured one.
I
Fucking hope not.
Oh well.
The illusion one was hard enough, I think.
Yeah.
With the upper part of the dragon helping us.
Yeah, but we are like it. We've gotten a lot better, and you know, maybe we'll just do just fine. So I'm just gonna keep moving forward.
Eventually, you guys all come to the center of the bridge, and this is where the statue that you and Peter had saw when you first arrived was. And it is a statue of a crying woman on her knees, hands over her face. And there's literal water coming down off the statue that drips off the bridge behind her. And there are small offerings of food. And you remember this part of the story as well, that the woman refused to leave the bridge. And so that she wouldn't die, travelers would give food and give water and give offerings to her because she would not leave, because this is the place where her love died. And this is where they believe that the river was formed. And there's small red strings tied around both of her wrists. And if anybody wants to make a religion check, you can.
Are you doing that?
Just me? Or can anyone do it?
Anybody can.
I can do one.
I rolled a 10.
Haven't spoken.
7.
Nothing rings a bell.
Can I try?
If you want.
Just give it a try.
The old college try.
Oh, 21.
Nice.
So you know that red strings are the symbol of the god Ilmater, who's also known as the crying god. Kind of a mixed figure in the religious pantheon, not necessarily good, not necessarily evil, just sort of a middle of the road god, sort of a god of like martyrdom and perseverance and suffering. And so obviously, if this woman stayed here and martyred herself and suffered, it would make sense that those who maybe follow the god Ilmater would have seen her as sort of a scion or a saint to his faith, hence the red bands tied around the wrists and forearms.
X is just gonna. So, are there any sort of recent sort of sacrifices that were laid beside?
There's some like fairly fresh food, maybe a couple of days old. Nothing that's like today, but
Okay.
yeah, some things that like the flies haven't quite gotten to yet.
X is just gonna take off his loot and just put it on the platform there.
Okay. I'm guessing the non-magical one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like,
I have a cittern and then I have a loot.
Okay.
This is more of a travel loot, so it
doesn't. I can always get another one where I didn't spend any money at the last place. So, yeah, it's fine.
X, being bitter isn't a good look on you, I'm just saying. Just gonna walk away.
Can I touch a statue just to get a feel of what it looks like? And
Yeah. So you definitely like you get the figure and you can feel the hair of the woman, the hands over the face, and like when you put your hands up on like where the stone hands are covering, it is soaking wet, but the stone is not worn down at all. Somehow, hundreds of years, thousands of years, this bridge has stood here, and somehow the water coming from wherever hasn't worn the stone down.
Can Peter detect magic? The Arcana check?
You can make an Arcana check, or you can cast Detect Magic, one of the two.
I don't believe I have detect magic. I do not. So I'll just do an Arcana check.
I do. Wait.
19.
The only way that something like this could be explained is through some sort of magic, but you don't know of any spell that would create water for thousands of years but not wear down the stone. And it is water. You can cup it in your hands, you can smell it, you can taste it. It is just fresh water that is flowing out of this.
This is quite a bizarre anomaly. If it doesn't hurt 10 minutes to identify what magic might be here, could help with the rest of the journey.
I can try. It has the R by it, but the casting time says one action.
Yeah, so
it'd be
you
still ritual though, right?
I don't know if you can. I think you need to have the ritual caster feat.
Because it says Eldritch Invocation.
Oh, it's an invocation.
Yeah.
What's the invocation? Because I know you can cast it at will. I'm just gonna double check.
What? Oh. I think I'm fine. I think I just like.
Oh yeah, because I have Eldritch Sight.
That's what it is. Yeah.
So I can cast Detect Magic at will.
Yeah. So
Without a spell slot.
yeah. So it doesn't cost you a spell slot, hence
Okay.
but it's one action.
Okay, I'll do it while I'm. Because I'm assuming they're saying it's stone, and I can feel it.
Yeah,
So
you can definitely feel it. It's
when my
stone.
hands are wet, I'm gonna cast it, try to figure out what's going on.
Okay. So you detect that it is divine magic. This has been blessed by a god. It is strong magic, and it has been put here by something powerful, hence why it has flowed for thousands of years and why it hasn't worn down the stone.
Okay, I'll pass that on to Peter because I know he's Peter and Anon actually.
Okay. As he says this in your head, yeah, it kind of feels like when Thalia cast that spell earlier, it's coming from somewhere else into the weave. It's not of the weave. But the only magic that's not of the weave is God stuff. I don't know much about that.
Thanks, Nox. Are you of the weave? Are you made of the weave? Are you part of it?
This is just in my head.
I think I am it, but just a little bit. You know, like how a drop of the water is the ocean, but is also just a drop of water.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
That was a very good answer.
She. Nox has been taking philosophy classes online in an onset.
You keep going. Are we?
Yeah.
Are we still like halfway across the bridge? Or are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we'll keep going.
Let's keep going.
I'm just gonna do perception check.
Peter, you shouldn't be doing much of anything right now. You really put us in a serious blunder back there. I'm exhausted, can't you tell?
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with Alora. Can you just shut up and just follow us for once?
Maybe do.
Act your age, Peter. Not emotionally, but
Okay,
physically
well,
this time.
he's a kid, so probably got the point. Pete and I actually were just talking about it earlier, and he wanted to get better at it. So let's all give him space to get better.
Was
Huh?
that before or after the big
The
scary
ground-
monster?
The ground begins trembling as Peter's furious at being patronized.
Can we
Thunder
just
wave
go?
blown off the bridge.
Yeah,
The
that's
bridge
what I
is
want.
destroyed.
Let's go.
How
Need
is
to
the
work
ground
on
trembling?
your emotional
Oh.
regulation. We need to get you into
It was like
some
a, it was like a,
management
metaphor,
strategies.
Dave. It was a metaphor. Dave.
Okay, I just wanted to know if this was a metaphorical Peter's just shaking, or is
Like
the
a
ground
crack
actually
phoenix.
trembling?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to do just an investigation check as we cross the rest of the bridge for traps or for anything else, anything secret that's hidden in the bridge.
Okay, make a
Oh, I
perception
should
check.
be doing that.
I was just having an extra moment at the statue before we go.
17.
More of the continuation of the story along the sides of the bridge. Do you clue them into the story at all as you go, or do you keep that to yourself?
I'll just keep it to myself for
'Kay.
now. Yeah.
So more of these carvings of people and the women and the woman and this knighted figure and everything else like that. But no traps. There are a few holes in the bridge, like Vix had mentioned, but nothing that is too hard for you guys to just move around. The bridge itself is about 40 feet wide. At most, these holes are like 10-foot bits of it, so it's easy enough to just go around it and not save anything. But this bridge has stood here for thousands of years and will continue to stand in some way, shape, or form for probably hundreds more before it finally gives into the elements and collapses into the gorge.
Would have been a great place for battle.
I thought it was gonna be a rickety ass bridge.
Yeah, me too. Like a rope bridge with like half the slats missing. or
That's
something.
exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking down.
Yeah, that one exactly.
Not everything is dangerous. Some things are beautiful.
Okay, let's go. Put up camp somewhere or keep going?
Oh, well, we've got at least like over an hour, so we'll probably just get across the bridge, try to get situated, try to...
Or do we want to stay here on the bridge for the night? Something can only come from one or two ways. We can see him coming.
I don't like being up so high on a not ground.
El does have a point though, and he's really good at survival. Pete, what do you think?
Well, I rolled a 16 for where we could put the boat. Like,
Oh, like an investigation. I mean, the boat could go literally. It's a 40-foot wide, 120-foot long bridge.
all I can say is this is probably a lot safer than the jungle tonight.
What if the lizard man comes back and tries to cross again?
Wait, do you mean the giant lizard monster or like the mean lizard peddler guy with his truck? thing?
Vix.
Vix. Oh, don't you worry. I've got a thing or two to say to Vix. If he ever comes around these parts again.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
like, hey, thanks, Vix, for such a great deal on this staff that shoots out snakes. Thanks for selling it to
me.
me.
Oversold me. It's fine. I'm gonna have to ask someone in the city, but pretty sure.
Let's cross. I don't know about this bridge.
Okay, well, we're kind of at odds here. Shall we flip a coin?
Sure.
Well, you haven't decided.
Yeah, probably just gonna stay neutral on this one. A lot of angry folks, lots of emotions. So.
Peter starts unfolding the boat on the bridge.
Yep, and looks like the coin has flipped itself.
We've got
So
Bumblebee on the bridge.
we shall say.
I'm just so
Autobots roll out.
Yeah.
Nice.
So good.
you writing that down?
Oh yeah.
I've got all these boat names ready for whenever our maiden voyages, so we'll test pilot some of those.
X is just gonna start making some food and try to put like some extra effort and time into it. He wants it to be something that makes everyone relieved that we are all still together.
I give you my handy spice pouch if you want to use it.
Ooh.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, we can just take a 10 on this. You're putting the time and attention in, and you have a magic spice pouch. It's easy enough to take some of your rations and things like that and make a good meal out of it.
Well, it's not like my mum's, but it's a lot better than what we have been eating. Actually, just figured that before we start eating, if all of us could maybe just get in a little circle here and do a little thing that my mum and I used to do. Everyone's gonna go around and say something that they really like about the next person, and that person is gonna say thanks for that comment, and then they're gonna go to the next person.
Did you know we used to do that, but the opposite? It would be like a criticism. We could try that. My family would sit at the table.
Like a
And we would
constructive
say-
criticism.
That seems like a great idea.
Yeah.
That would make a bad day just a little bit better.
Well,
How about we do both, guys? It seems like we should do both of them.
I knew it was coming.
yeah,
Oh,
you know what?
yes.
I'm actually no. I think that the group needs a little bit of positivity right now. I think we've all said our piece, so let's go back to the family, the mother's fury, the people that saved Micah, and the friends that came from different backgrounds and decided that it was not going to be blood that made them family. Get that right, Alora, and you, Peter, with no parents, and Elt with without his family, and
His eyes.
always eyes, and Anon that ran away, and Thalia. I mean, actually, to be honest, I really don't know the inner workings of her life. So,
I'm a woman of mystery.
indeed, you are, Thalia. So, I'm gonna start, and just gonna go around, okay? Alora, and I'm
just
gonna.
sitting down. I don't know if anybody else is.
Yeah, you sit down to be in a circle, and everybody else is just standing. You're like,
This is great.
Go on.
I sit down beside
Okay.
you.
All right. So, Alora, I just want to say that I think you're incredibly savvy, and despite going through some incredible trauma in your life with your parents treating you terribly, you have an incredible heart, and you continue to want to do good for the world. And I just want to say I'm proud of you for how you decided, despite all the pressures of your family and risking your life, that you were not going to go on the path of evil. So well done.
Oh. Thank you. Oh no, you can stop that right this minute.
Your turn, Alora.
Oh God. Peter. What to say about him?
There's so many things you could say.
Oh, well, Peter, little Peter. Let's think.
Little tiny baby. Itty bitty, teeny weeny little baby.
I think it's very good how you didn't die today. That was great, and hopefully you learn your lesson. And it's been so great to get to know you and your mother, Petra, and I hope that she services a little bit more, honestly. That would be great. She's really great. I like her a lot.
Talk about how he's incredibly smart.
Oh yeah,
And-
she's so smart.
Now,
And
Peter.
she raised a good son, I guess.
That's great.
All right. Next.
Very awkward slope.
I'm like trying to make it like. Good job, Peter. It's your turn now.
You say something to Elt.
Actually, Thalia's right beside him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep Thalia in her regular place.
Okay. Okay, go on, Pete. compliment.
Talia, I like.
Oh no.
Oh,
it-
No,
it's-
Thalia's.
yeah,
Oh, we are going that direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, inspiration.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Take this how you will.
Good start.
I like that you're a man of action. And I'm gonna cast
Grease.
everyone.
Shocking grasp. Shocking grasp.
I've never shocking grasped any of you. I'm gonna cast message,
Pretty sure.
Hmm.
and I'm gonna just glance at Alora. Do I have to say the words in message?
You have to whisper them. Yeah.
Oh.
So you could make a stealth or deception check to
Yeah.
try to like hide it. Like you say the thing and then you like put your hand over.
Yeah, it's
16 on the stealth.
Okay, that beats everybody except Thalia's passive perception.
Perfect, and she won't give a shit. Dave's thinking about it. She's thinking, you really are one of the family, aren't you? That's what I'll whisper and look at.
Ooh.
Dagger and twist that shit.
Intergenerational trauma. Sorry, I am part of this family. Are you talking about my family?
I'm ignoring you and
What
passing
are you guys
on.
whispering about over there?
Good job for Peter saying that nice thing about elves. Elves, why don't you continue speaking nice words?
Expected a little more, but
I got you later, buddy.
He was a little shy on it. He could have done a little better.
he'll come around. Well, Thalia, I think you have a very strong character in the face of adversity. And you got a good...
Aff?
Well, I can't see, but from what I remember,
I mean,
You're
you saw
here.
before.
I glanced every now and then.
Thanks, they work out.
And that strong resolve, I think, will come in handy in your journeys ahead.
Thanks, buddy.
Yay!
Inan, I think that you're super cool and you're really pretty and you know how to make everybody laugh. And I think that the weird guy that lives inside you is a little strange, but maybe we'll get to know him a little better and maybe I can teach you some healing magic so that when you blow up your friends, that you can also pick up your friends because you care about us all and I think that's pretty cool.
Thanks, Thalia. And I just like wipe away a couple tears because that's probably the nicest thing I've ever heard. What's in me? Oh, that was really nice. Yeah, let's give it up for Thalia.
Okay, alright. Yep, we're doing a trek to another T-Rex, so... Yeah.
Well, Elda, X, oh God, X, I was gonna say something nice too, but now you kind of pissed me off. Okay, just have to get in the zone.
Was that the husband or the character?
Honestly, right now we're just mixing pot. Extos, you have grown so much since you first stepped off your parents' boat all those weeks ago, and it has just been really, really cool to get to know you better and to see you get to know yourself better over these last many weeks. You really are the glue for us, and you really keep us all together because I think without you, we probably would have all killed each other by now. Thalia would still be alive and have stolen all her gold and had taken off, but everyone else would be dead for sure. So, thank you, X.
Oh, you're welcome. Hey, let's, why don't we give ourselves all a hand here? I love you guys.
This was nice.
Alright, well, hey, there's plenty of food here. I'm gonna take a little nap skis and,
hey, let's try to stick together and probably not attract people with our anger and
Our
our
emotional
tension.
dysregulation.
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright,
So
carry on.
No, I knew. It was
Is the
that.
boat propped or is it flat?
We're gonna do propped.
Elta's just smiling, just eating some soup or whatever we're eating.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't trying to cut you off.
Oh, that was it.
Continue. Okay. Peter, can we do that sword thing again? Did all of you hear how Vix? I don't want to talk about him, but anyways, he said that the shadows. Yeah. the shadows don't like light, so just be safe, because we all know what happened last night, or was that last night? Maybe is there anyone else that could maybe do some light or something just to? But then light might attract other things. What do we do here, guys?
You could use me. You hear inside your head.
How?
Hand comes out and literally made out of light.
Oh.
You all just see a hand literally just pop out of her chest and go.
Yeah, we could do that. Knox had a great idea.
Do what?
Well,
Knox.
he's made of light, so he could, be our light for us. He doesn't
Oh.
need to sleep. He's good.
That'd be handy.
You want me to come out?
Yeah, come on out.
Okay. And you see a man-shaped body, the exact same height of Anon, all 4'8" of you or whatever it is, just pop out.
Can I do another perception check like I did last time? I don't even know what you wanted it for, but.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, not great. 10.
Does Nox have? I'm napping. I'm just curious. Does Nox have like additional features at this point?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Anybody do anything?
Peter tings a sword, illuminates.
Mhm.
I'm gonna walk over to the boat and cast minor illusion a couple times.
You can only cast it once at a time.
Yeah, well, consecutively.
It would replace itself.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, 'cause
I'll keep casting it, and I'll write down the words. Trying to name the ship.
I see what you're doing. Okay.
Plunder down under. No. Let me scratch my hands over it and it'll disappear and then go look at it again. Play boy, like a boy. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a contender. I'm gonna put SS Seaman. Stands for SS stands for sexy, like sexy seaman.
What?
Yeah, scratched off now.
Me and
Oh
Nox
my
are
God.
just.
What are you doing, Peter?
Well, it's our home.
Are you trying to name this?
Shouldn't have a name.
Yeah, let's do a nice name.
I like Playboy.
Jesus.
I'm just gonna scratch it off. We can't agree on anything. I'm gonna crawl into it, and it's like I'll take last watch. That's what I'll say. And I'll go to sleep. My sword sits in the middle, lighting it up.
What were the other names you had?
I ignore you.
Until next episode.
Yeah.
Just gonna give us a couple.
There's a tease.
All you hear him hear Peter chuckling in his sleep. Masturbator. I'm trying to go back to sleep.
Trying to incorporate booty somehow.
Booty chaser.
So good. That's funny right there.
It's on the list. Okay, who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch because I'm napping pretty early. So.
All right, give me a perception check.
Okay.
With advantage because between Nox and the sword, the bridge is fairly illuminated.
Keep it.
This first one is a 22. Let's see. Yeah, 22.
Okay. So with the 22, the sun goes down fairly fast here. after 6 o'clock, it's just, by 6:30, it is pitch black. Between the sword and Nox, you guys have about 60 feet of light. Did you camp in the middle of the bridge near the statue?
Yeah, pretty close.
Sure.
Okay, so it fairly closely reaches each edge of the bridge with the combined light. Throughout the first little bit of your watch, you hear the occasional sounds of animals, nothing as big as what you encountered earlier today on the south side of the bridge where you came from. Every now and again, you see pairs of glowing eyes in the distance, but nothing comes close. On the north side of the bridge, after a while, you realize there is no sound coming from that side of the bridge. There are no birds. You don't hear any animal noises. You hear the wind through the trees, but that is it. And at first you think, maybe this is just a trick of my ears. The water rushing in the canyon down below is kind of messing things up. And so, for the last hour of your watch, you just stare north. And you think the shadows move from time to time, but again, no sound, nothing, just darkness.
Okay.
Who are you waking up for second watch?
I'll wake up Anon. As I'm passing, I was like, hey, Anon? I think that, perhaps probably should have that, horn out. The one that you can,
It's not mine.
I know, just grab it anyways, because, I was actually looking at the south side of the bridge, and, there was a lot of, sounds, every single night we're sleeping, you can hear something, but, as soon as we get to that side, there's no sound, and so, I just want us to be ready just in case, so just grab the horn, and, you can wake up me, probably not Elt. I don't want to create a panic and a stir in his mind, but, yeah, just probably one of us, and, yeah, good luck.
With that comforting warning, can I find the horn? Who had it?
Thalia, she said she had it.
Thalia had it on her hip, so it would be
Oh,
easy
okay.
enough
To just
to
kind
just,
of
yeah.
take it while she's sleeping. Sorry, Thalia. Hope that's okay. Okay, I go out and do watch. I'm just gonna kind of sit with Nox and I guess depending, but we'll chat, just chit chat.
Yeah.
Quietly.
I feel like a real asshole not talking to Nox the whole time.
Yeah, just ignored him like he wasn't
can't
real.
Sure,
Oh
you guys
wait,
tried
wait.
talking to him,
I
you
don't
can't
think
talk.
Nox can talk to
Right.
anyone else.
Could have shaped water letters the entire time.
It's really going above and beyond here.
Okay, so perception check at advantage to start us off.
What did I just roll?
14.
Thank you. 16.
16. Okay, so
Appreciate you.
fairly easy watch. Again, noticing most of the similar things that Extos did. You don't get as much of an impression of weirdness from the north side as he did, but still you're like, I see eyes in the dark to the south every now and again, but I don't ever see any to the north.
Okay.
Every now and again, Nox is like, okay, let's try this one. And little white puffs will come out of his hand, and he's like, that's not it. I definitely think I need to see more of her magic before I can really do the thing, but I think I can get it. I think we can do this.
That would be so cool, Nox. I'm gonna also. Can I also try and see if it's just the same effect, basically, or
You feel like you're like a warmth in your palm,
okay?
and then little sparks. Like when you press the digitation sparks, it's like that, but instead of it being colorful, it's just little white
Okay.
but it feels different than the magic that you normally cast. Not necessarily holy in any way, but just more comforting almost.
Okay. Just during my watch, I'm just gonna ask Nox. So Nox, I know you just kind of became, but do you feel like you know yourself? Do you feel like you know your abilities, what you can do, or are we figuring this out together?
think we're figuring it out together. There's something about this place, this jungle. Not necessarily like this place, but ever since you stepped foot onto this jungle place, I had awareness, and I knew kind of what I was, but like for the first day and a half, I was just sort of in you, and then all of a sudden I wasn't, and now I can be either. But I think the more time we spend here, the more me I become, and the less us I am. Not to say that we're not connected, but like I'm getting awareness more.
Do you think that you would ever want to be totally yourself?
No way. You made me.
I don't want to lose you. And now that you're here, and now that I can talk to you, like really talk to you. I mean, I've talked to you like since I was a kid, but never got an answer back really. So I don't want you to go back to just being a feeling.
I don't think that I will. I don't know. And this is all new to me too, but I think this place has changed us somehow.
I think we need to find someone who might be able to help us understand all of this better.
This is gonna sound really weird, but when I look that way, and he looks out to the southwest, it's like looking towards the sunrise for me. There's like a warmth and a light in that direction.
Side note, that's not the direction we came from.
No, so that would be deeper onto the peninsula.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe after we're done here and we, do what we came for Elt, let's go that way. Let's see what happens.
I'd like that.
Okay, it's a plan.
Okay.
And then,
Finish out the rest of your watch. You wake Peter up.
Can I like stir awake as he gets up?
I don't see why not.
just for, I'm just gonna kind of pass on the message and pass you the horn as well, and just say, when X woke me up for watch, he just seemed a little unsettled, and I noticed it too. There's no sounds coming from the north side of the bridge. Nothing happened. I haven't seen anything, but just in case. More boat names.
Thank you.
Horny.
I'll grab the horn.
Defile it.
Thanks, Anon. Thanks, Nox, too.
It's been 4 hours since you've been trancing, because you don't sleep. You just trance, so you can take away the exhaustion.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Peter?
Hi.
Hi. How are you doing?
Fine. I admit that whole thing was my fault, but
I'm sorry about before what I said. I was tired, you see, and a little hangry, and I said a lot of things. I meant them. Well, I mean, I just shouldn't have said any of those things, and I wanted to say that you are a valuable part of the family, and you are important to us, and I want you to know that, as you should have seen by me cutting off the finger, I'm not loyal to my family. I just have a lot of extra baggage from them, you know.
I know what it's like having baggage from a family, and some parts of it you can shed like a coat, and others stick with you for life. And I kind of gesture at the tattoos that cover every inch of my body.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry.
Big moment.
I'll do better next time.
No, I'm sorry too. And next time I won't be so passive aggressive, and I'll just either kill the merchant or let things go.
Oh God, maybe don't do that.
Okay, well, I'll learn how to haggle then.
No, maybe that's better. Something that was taught to me at school was to control my emotions, and it takes a long time to learn that, but we should give it a shot. Anyway, before I continue, I'm going to go back to bed, but that's all I want to say.
Wait. 1 second. And just look. Anon said that the south side of the bridge is abnormally quiet. Would you listen? North side of the bridge is it's abnormally quiet. Would you mind listening with me?
Sure.
We'll both roll perceptions. Thank goodness you're here. 10.
20.
So you're kind of lost in your head a bit, Pete. A lot has been happening today. A lot has been said today. A lot of things that make sense but are also sort of hard to wrap your brain around. You know, it's like when somebody gives you a piece of advice, when you know you should be listening to it, but you're also so deep in your emotions that you're not ready to hear the advice yet. So you're watching and you don't quite catch on. But Alora, I mean, keeping watch in the dark is something that you have been trained to do, and you pick up on the exact same thing Extos did, that it's almost as if to the north of the bridge is a nothingness. The absence of sound and the absence of movement can sometimes be explained by, you know, a large predator being nearby or a shift in weather patterns or things like that. But this is nothing, and nothing is abnormal.
It's not going to be good tomorrow going in. I get a terrible feeling from that direction. It's not good.
I think you're right.
We have to go in there. The mother said.
We've done harder things.
Name for the boat.
Harder things. Blow me, baby.
Stop it! We have to stop this childish play. I just don't like it. It's immoral. It's
You must. It's not seemly.
Look, I'm sorry. You're right. We can name the boat something respectable. Whatever that might be. But I want to try something. I'm going to bring out the horn. Fear of God struck your face. What do you think would happen if I just called out for the god Ilmad?
not
In the
right
horn.
now. It's the middle of the night. Let's
I know. I just want to do this. So funny.
let's do that maybe late in the morning.
Okay. But I think that there's more here that we're missing.
Okay, but
In the morning, we'll try it.
okay.
Okay.
Have a good watch, Peter.
Okay. Elle, sleeping and dreaming. It has been a while since you've had a dream like this.
Fuck.
At first, it feels like any other dream as you're sitting underneath a cherry blossom tree. The smells and winds and feels of home. And then from one moment to the next, everything around you is shadow and darkness, and the tree you're sitting with your back up against is dead and gnarled and scorched. And a man is walking up the hill towards you, long-limbed and long-figured, finely dressed, gaunt gray features, long white hair. Darling. You hurt my feelings, and for a while I didn't want to talk to you. But how would you like to see again? How would you like to give it another try? He sits down on the grass in front of you, legs crossed, unbelievably weird position with his long limbs, and he just puts his hand on his chin and stares at you face to face. It wouldn't be much, just another little promise. Your wife, that deal still is on the table.
Promise for what?
Well, you spurned me. I need to gain a little trust back.
Doesn't sound too good. What would you want?
This place you're going to, it's broken, and I like broken places. There's an object there, an orb, and I would like you to simply take it with you. And at the opportune moment, put it down somewhere and walk away. That's it. No more killing. I mean, the original bargain still stands if you want your wife's life back, because there's a price to these sorts of things. But for this new thing, you would simply need to grab this object, slip it in your pocket, and then at some point in time in the future, I'll just tap you on the shoulder and say, "Now, darling," and you'll just roll it away.
Is that by chance what the mother's asking us to grab?
No, not at all. This is completely different. I have no idea what she wants. I mean, being of her power probably wants something interesting from this place, but this orb is... well, it comes from where I come from, and I know that the mother will have nothing to do with that, because she likes her pretty little planet and her plane of existence, and this is something different.
You fretting about a mother?
No, not at all. She doesn't matter to me, and I don't matter to her.
So this deal, you want me to take the orb, and what do I get?
Your eyesight back.
What if I don't want to kill anymore?
That's fine, but you won't get your wife back. Might be other tasks I have you do from time to time, but if you don't want to kill for me, that the bargain for the killing was for your wife. If you're willing to let her go and not have her soul return to your plane of existence, then we can... And he moves, and there's like a long scrolling piece of paper. We can tear up the contract and write a new one.
I think I've come to terms with her being gone. And I think it needs to be that way and stay that way.
Fine. But would you do this new thing for me?
What is this orb? What does it do?
It's,
Is it gonna kill anybody?
No. Well, not directly. Probably not. No, it's, there are doors across the planet. This is simply a key to open one.
You want to come here?
Not me. I don't want to be where you are. I have people like you for that. But someone I owe a favor to wants to go there.
You owe somebody a favor.
Everybody owes somebody a favor. Even the gods owe things favors.
Are you a god?
Not yet. Maybe one day, but that's a lot of work and responsibility and prayer. This is easier. Deals are easier.
They can be.
Well, it's all about the terms and the negotiations.
Pick up the orb. Drop it off somewhere for you. You send somebody here that you owe a favor. And then we're probably gonna have to fight them.
No, I hope not. You wouldn't win. He's not the conquering type. Don't need to worry about that. He was just banished and wants a way home.
I'll take the deal.
Done. So, this contract, just a black puff of black smoke and fire, gone. However, this new one, you get your eyesight back as soon as you wake up. You get me this orb. You drop it off when I want you to drop it off. If you break this contract at any point in time, I will take more than your eyes. Deal? This music.
So you're gonna kill me if I don't then?
Oh, no, I don't have that power. But there are worse things than death.
Yeah, probably. Fuck. I don't know if I can take that. Sounds rather ominous and threatening.
Open to negotiations. As I said, terms and negotiations, dear. So much more bearable than prayer and worship. What is your power and your eyesight worth to you?
Well, not the potential of losing something else. Because if I come to find that this orb's worse than what I think it is, I'd probably end up still sacrificing myself or whatever's at risk. I'm not the same man that I was when I came to you looking for a deal.
Let me make you a promise. And he puts his hand on the contract. It goes, and it says, when this door is opened, enough time will pass that you will not be affected personally. I'll have him wait.
This is a lot to decide right now. You know, the mother's been awfully generous.
Has she almost offered your eyesight back?
Well, I don't know. She said she'd essentially write up a new contract.
She can't do contracts, dear. She's more the worshipping kind. Not quite a god, but not like me. Promises and loyalty.
But her, it's just a time contract. I can just...
What was it, 1,000 years?
1,000 years of protecting balance, and I don't have to be sworn into killing anybody or opening doors for who the hell knows what.
You have to be her champion and protector. You think that she's not going to have you swing a sword? She's already sent you to places where you've had to take lives.
That's not my problem with it. If it's justified within balance and
How do you know this isn't justified? How do you know the thing that I'm going to do is not going to harm terrible people?
Because you made me kill a fortune teller that I'm pretty sure was... Actually, I don't know.
That's right,
I
you
assumed
don't.
she was an innocent woman.
What is innocence?
Doesn't help that he has a 9 in intelligence.
Stumped.
I didn't have you kill your friends who are doing good. I didn't have you kill a father in front of his child. A woman without a family. A woman who told lies for money. The world is no different with her gone. She had no friends. She had no family. She was just a woman who lied. That is all.
I can't imagine I get a chance to think about this.
Well, you have until you wake up. And then we're done.
If I say no, we're done.
If you say no, we're done. And lest I remind you, that might be more than just your sight.
If we're done now.
If we're done now, what good are you to me? Why should I leave my boon upon your soul if you've decided that we're no longer in a co-working arrangement?
You'd take everything from me, wouldn't you? I'd be just a man with nothing.
That's what you were when I found you.
You don't leave me much choice than either wander around into a fucking shadow realm. With just my hands.
I leave you all the choice in the world, Eltimil Frey. You can have power and confidence and magic for a simple task. Or you can go back to what you were when I found you, a sniveling, crying wreck of a man who had nothing left and was ready to take his own life. I gave you everything, and all I asked in return was 10 simple lives. And you would have had her back as well. Not just your power, not just greatness and strength, but your wife's soul as well. How is that unfair?
You could ask everybody else that I've been killing, or would have had to kill. Pretty sure they have friends, family, and anybody that know them would think it's unfair.
Oh, one soul? She had neither friends nor family, and she lied for a living. The only one who misses her is that bloody captain of the watch who was going to arrest you. And that's just because it's his damn job.
So I'm out here.
And also, the lives are off the table. The contract is burned. You told me you don't want her back. This is a whole new bargain.
I'm just deciding if I walk around into the forest, even more useless, and be more of a burden, and potentially get us all killed, just so I can see again, or I can see again, and then who the hell knows what I bring here. But then maybe we'd make it out alive.
Perhaps you would. The sun is rising. Tick-tock.
He's just gonna steal himself, and I think it's time we part ways.
As you wish, man of nothing. And he just stands up, walks 10 feet, and just poof, disappears into a cloud of dust and ash. And that is where we're gonna end tonight's episode.
Adrian!
Adrian, that's so good. Oh my goodness.
We'll be back again next Monday. I know you two are away,
Oh my God, yeah.
but I have plans.
Oh,
and
bummer.
Secrets.
No.
So-
I was literally had a monologue written on top of the
What?
bridge for Ilmad. Oh well, all right.
You have secrets and plans?
I do. We're gonna play without you.
Oh no. All right.
Something's gonna happen to you two.
Oh.
So, we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. We love you, and
All right.
I'll traumatize my players again next Monday.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Good night.
Good night.